Hi, everybody! So, I'm, as you know, as you can probably guess, sick again. Which happens, I swear, once a month. But, I thought about, like, taking the day off and just resting, and I was like, oh, I really want to play. I really want to see what's going on with the rest of this game. So, hopefully you can bear with my sniffles and my coughs, and if you hear, like, rattling, that's probably either my breathing or me with a cough drop. But I do have some water. I mean, it's not actual water, it's Starburst sparkling ice water, but it counts as water to me. Alright, let's see. Where were we? I don't even remember. Okay, so we got new people to the colony. That's right, we were about to starve to death because we had no food. My mom died. Is he blushing with her right next to him? Or am I just imagining that? Can I talk to one of you guys? No? Okay. My dad is still alive, but still dealing with the dust. This dude looks like a... He was raised by a soldier, so... Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna tend the animals, because I still get strength and I get animals. Although I'm 100... You know what? Actually, maybe I shouldn't. Although I do want to know what's going on with socks. Okay, we're gonna do one tending to the animals. And then I need to learn some combat. Oh, Dan's in here. That's unusual. An unusual face greets you as you enter the barn. Tangent looks terribly out of place here, crisp, white, and clean in among all the mud and excrement. She's clearly hesitant even to take a step further in, and winces when you wheel up to her with your wheelbarrow of muck destined for the compost heap. Solana, I've come to see what good work you've done here, she says. Really good work. I can see that. A bristle slug lows from its pen, and Tang clears her throat. It's too bad most of the Vertumnan animals are so violent, she says, lowering her voice. She nods approvingly to the bristle slug pen. If only they could all be tamed like this. I don't want to interrupt her. You lean on your wheelbarrow and wait for Tang to say what she came to say. I'm here on behalf of Chief Engineer Instance, she continues. We need access to these bristle slugs. What for? Cal says, popping his head up from one of the stalls. Better not be for any weird experiments. For your information, it is for experiments, Tang retorts. Important ones, too. More important than whatever you're doing. We need living Vertumnan creatures to incubate a new antivenom, she says. I need samples, skin, hair, blood, flesh, eggs, teeth. Cal throws his rake to the ground. What? He exclaims. No way! I'm not letting you take their teeth! What's wrong with you? Tang rolls her eyes. Oh, like you can't just breed more, she says. Or just capture them. There's a whole planet full of animals out there, isn't there? She turns to you. Solana, come on. If we develop a new antivenom, it'll help keep our explorers safe. I'll even name it after you. Or him. Whatever. She sticks her tongue out at Cal, who scowls. Ooh, we get a card, though. Oh, but I don't really want... See, I would be okay with, maybe just a little blood, and if their teeth fall out on their own or something like that, or like one or two, but like, I feel like you're gonna kill them. I just don't get why. Tang looks at you strangely. For science? She drawls. Innovation, pushing the bounds of technology, and proving our dominance over the natural world. Duh. I don't really want you to hurt them. No, you can't have them. Tang's eyebrows shoot up to her hairline. I can't Have them? She says incredulously. That's not up to you, Solana. She moves to sweep past you, but you and Cal block her way. She tries a few times, but you don't let her past. Her face goes red. Ugh, fine, she exclaims. You're going to make Instance come down here yourself, and she is not going to be as nice as I am. She stomps away, sputtering mud all up her pristine lab coat, and Cal breathes a sigh of relief. Thanks, Solana, he says. That whole thing gave me the creeps. I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Why do they need to test stuff on Bristle Slug if it's going to be used on humans? It doesn't make sense to me. That's not going to last very long, though. Super win! 3 stars! Plus 10 stress. I wonder what my dad would have to say about that. Oh gosh, we're almost all ready to the glow season. That's not good. I need some combat. Or to leave and explore. That's not over here though. Oh, hey, she's out here. There's a boss event. I don't remember seeing it. Has there always been boss events and I've just missed it? Forage in the valley! Let's see what we can find. That other company brought food, so I think we're okay on food. Like, it's not like an absolute necessity we have to find stuff, but still always good to have. Is this the boss event? You've been saved a few times from certain doom, or at least discomfort, and it can't have been a coincidence. Something or someone has taken an interest in you. You're being followed. Oh yeah, you're beginning to get a feel for this place and its dangers, so the next time you hear the hiss click of a nest of hungry snap bladders, you walk straight towards it, keeping an eye out for anyone watching you from the trees. Who is that? There, just as you think you're going to have to climb into the damn nest to get your savior to show up, you see a shadowy humanoid figure darting behind a tree. You make eye contact and you both freeze. His almond-shaped eyes widen and his not quite human face, and he slips away into the jungle. I'm trying to look at the outfit and see if I can tell, like, track him carefully. Rather than rush after him, use your tracking skills to carefully follow his path and sneak up on him. You pounce like a manticore, and the two of you tumble to the ground, and you pin his arms. Hello? You get a good look at his face for the first time. The long, delicate features, the odd tone of his skin, almost purple, and his glittering alien eyes. Before he can answer your questions, you jump off him and back away. What is he? Cool looking. He brushes the dirt from his clothes and stands up tall. Very tall. You have to take another step back to get a good look at him. You catch a glimpse of pale, purple wrist under his tattered black sleeves, delicate like bird bones. I am a gardener, he purrs, and you're trespassing on my planet. Now that you can see all of him, you confirm he's definitely not human. Besides the purple tint to his skin, he's also just constructed differently. Human, but not. And taken as a whole, those little discrepancies add up to something that is decidedly alien. You're an alien? He laughs, a light and infectious chuckle that sounds more animal than human. Goes on for a bit too long. You think he might be poking fun at you. Actually, you're the alien here, if you think about it. You do think about it. He's right. He jumps up onto a large rock and crouches, eyeing you thoughtfully. Let's make a deal, he says. He speaks with an odd inflection, putting the wrong stress on things, but the words themselves come easily enough to him. I'm not supposed to talk to you, he says. It's against the rules, but since you've caught me, I can grant you one wish. He smiles mischievously. Is this a joke? I wish to know more about you. He gives you a sly look. In time, Solana, I hope, we... He pauses, and his eyes unfocus for a moment. He stares straight ahead, unblinking. Then he slowly stretches like a cat and stands up. Well, this has been fun, but I'm afraid duty calls. He doffs an invisible hat towards you. My name is Symbiosis, by the way. Or Sim, if you like. I need to know more about this name. Because it makes me think of, like, creatures that have, like, a symbiotic relationship where it's like... I mean, I guess they help each other out. Isn't that right? Like, it's not, like, just, like, a tapeworm. He jumps behind the rock and disappears. Literally, he disappeared. You search all around and can find no trace of where he might have gone or how. Stars, you just met an alien. Wait, let me take the thing. Now I can talk to you. You're following an animal path through the underbrush when a change in the ambient noise makes you stop in your tracks and listen. You get the feeling you're not alone. By now, you're getting used to the feeling of being watched. I know you're there, Sim. You're answered with silence, and you have the fleeting thought that if you're right, you probably sound pretty cool. And if you're not, you're talking to yourself in the jungle like an idiot. Well, at least no one's around to see it. A tall form steps out casually from behind a rock. Why, hello again, says Sim, smiling. He bows to you like a courtier, a gesture that looks perfectly elegant on him, but nonetheless carries a deep sense of still being alien. You take the chance to get a good look at him. He's like a human, but not. Not just genetically enhanced, he's a whole different species. An alien. A gardener, whatever that means. It's a lot to take in. You look, he puts a finger to his chin in an exaggerated expression of contemplation, like a wide-eyed sugar bug. His hair slithers around the sides of his head like he's trying to get a better look at you. You find your voice and croak. Well, I haven't been back to town since we met the first time, so obviously. I haven't told anyone about you. That is for the best, Sim hums. If my people knew I was talking to you, I would be in some deal of trouble. I imagine it would be much the same for you. He smiles. Think of me as your fairy godmother. This is an Earth concept you recognize, correct? You certainly need one. How do you know what a fairy godmother is? Are you studying this? What do you mean? Because, my sugar bug, you're about to stumble into a nest of young snap bladders. I thought you might need rescuing again. Sure enough, you realize you can hear their mewling up ahead. Even the nestlings can be deadly in numbers. And with that warning, I believe my job here is done, Sim purrs and turns to leave. Wait. You call out to him, but he disappears into the forest without a trace. Dang it. I want to learn more about him. He's cool. Alright, let's go searching for some more stuff while we're out here, I guess. You come across a cluster of mushrooms. Are they edible? There's only one way to find out. Well, there's a few ways, if you're not a coward. Ooh, 63 blue. Ha 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 ha. Let's see, 5, 4, 3. Nine. That's gonna get lower every single time I play a card. But I feel like it's best on the first card. So that's gonna make that a 7, but I don't have a 6. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. Dang, I have 3 8s, but one of them has a +10 stress. 5, 4. And I don't need it anyway. Ha! Yeah, it's not a 3-star, but I don't want plus 10 stress added. I get to do less then. You determine that these mushrooms aren't only poisonous, but explosive as well. You mark their location down on your hollow palm so other foragers know to stay clear of the area. And Utopia rings you a few kudos for good scouting. Sorry. You find a healthy blep bush and harvest some of the leaves to try... Oh, okay. We've done this interaction before. That is a pretty good card, so... And we get less stress. An absolute enormous tree forms part of the path here. Its roots cut natural stairs into the path, and its magnificent canopy of large, flat leaves completely blocks out the sky. They arch overhead almost to the ground on the other side. Walking under it is like going through a tunnel. In the tunnel is dark and gloomy, unseasonably cool, and filled with the whispering of leaves. You get the sense that something is aware of your presence. I'm good with animals. Ah, dang it. I need that. Dang, I was hoping I could make that a 5. I'd need a 3, and I don't have a 3. I guess we could... We can't really do all 4s. Oh, yes we can. No, we can't. It's still going to end up being 6, 6, 4, 4. Let's just do 6, 4, 4. We have 1 gem. No, wait, I need 3. No! Ah! It gets a +1. That ruins my plans. Damn it. Screw it, we have all 4s. 10, 6. I think no matter what, yeah, I was going to say, no matter what, we'll end up getting this, so not a big deal. It's not going to be a 3-star, but we'll still pass. A nearby leaf unfurls and offers you 2 large, hard nuts. You feel a sense of peace and cooperation wash over you, like you and the tree have an understanding. Ah, yes, we have an understanding. I will eat one and plant the other. You crack one of the nuts and eat the meat inside. It's bitter, but tasty. You take the other one to a clearing about an hour away and plant the second nut. Good luck, haunted tree. An egg. You come out of the trees into a large grassy clearing. In the middle is a, well, you can only describe it as a pedestal. In the middle of a cradle of flowers sits a massive egg, easily larger than any egg you've ever seen before. It's white with red flecks, and it's just sitting here, in the middle of the empty clearing, totally unprotected. That sounds like a trap. Hi! Right. I'm not taking that egg. That seemed like a trap. Oh, I just met Sim for the first time. They're pretty cool. Oh, it's your field of butter dandies. Hello, gorgeous flowers. You enjoy a few minutes taking in the majesty of the carpet of beautiful flowers. We'll just take one. We don't need to be greedy. I'm curious, they said something about being my fairy godmother, and they were like, oh, that's a thing in your human culture, right? And I'm like, yeah. How do you know that? Or are you studying this? Something about the ground here draws your attention. It's oddly lumpy. What's up with that? Why is the ground lumpy? Oh wait, is this the like ground cake? I think we've seen this one before. Oh, I'm not using that. I don't want. Ah, I'm gonna have to go back after this anyway. Oh dang it! But that's a good card. I don't want to. Okay, let's use our little cards. Okay, 4, 4, 4. Card gets +2. So 6, 6, 2. Dang it. Alright, 2, 6, 4. 2, 4, 6, 10. That's as close as we're getting. Oh, come. Oh, there it is. I'm trying. I'm trying to get better soon because I don't want to be sick for God. I don't want to be stuck in the hotel room just bleh. Okay, so that's 15. Oh, what? Oh, because it can't be. Oh. I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm still. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'm assuming. Whoa, it's a potato minefield. Underground, the recent rain has swelled the young melons to bursting. You better watch where you step or you'll end up knee-deep in potato juice. The good news is, they're tasty. Forage one. They're so dang heavy. The calorie to weight ratio isn't optimal. Most are too young, but you find a ripe one, dig it up, and roll it back to the depot. You're too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home now. Okay. We'll go home now. Dude, I'll be honest. Oh man, late wet. Alright, where am I gonna relax? I'm gonna go back here and relax, right? Yeah, relax in the lounge. I need to start. Okay, I need to learn some other things. Maybe. Well, but I want to go back out and forage. Fuck it. Relax in the lounge. The old lounge is toast. What was left over from the attack last glow was destroyed in the crash. The new lounge just isn't the same. We've read this before. We took the month off. We have quite a few of these 5s, but they're decent cards. That's +2 cards with gems. You know what? Let's keep both those. It's glow. Okay, this is going to be our first glow with this other group of people. How's it going, Cal? Cal is hiding in the shed trying to calm down Socks. Shh, it's okay, girl, he says, stroking her little head. I know. Glow makes you feel weird. It'll be over soon. It'll be okay. He shoots you a brave little smile. She always know when bad things are going to happen. It makes me worried. Oh, I feel like I need to go to the shed where you are. Oh, Diz, what do you want to talk about? You and Diz are sitting on the tailgate of one of the expedition vehicles, shelling bobber seeds with your teeth and spitting the hard bits on the ground. Now and then, one of you points out something funny a passing surveyor does, or spots something under the mush trees. This is the easiest way to talk to Diz, by not talking at all. Diz had always been like this. Being isolated from the other kids has made him thoughtful. Out of everyone, you think Diz might understand about Sim and be able to keep. No, I'm sorry. I know Diz would probably think this is like the super coolest thing ever, but Sim told me not to tell anybody. It was supposed to be a secret, so I'm sorry, Diz, but I can't tell you about Sim for safety reasons. You keep hanging out with Diz, content to sit in mostly silence and just enjoy the time together. Diz has other plans. He's shifting around a lot and taking a big breath as if he's about to say something, but then deciding against it. Okay, what is it? Diz picks at the hem of his sweater, causing it to fray until he can stick his thumb through. Um, he starts, then nothing. You stare at him until he turns a weird color and looks away. I know that you know, he mumbles. Ah! Okay, so he already knows, so it's okay. You gave him a questioning look, and Diz wilts. Sim told me. He told me there was another human kid who he talks to. He described your hair, like blue bauble flowers. You tug on a piece of your candy-colored hair. It's kind of distinctive. He said I could talk to you about it, Diz continues. About that we both know about him? He made me swear I wouldn't tell anyone else, Diz says earnestly. It's a weird expression on him. He said if other humans find out about the gardeners, we'd all be in a lot of danger. So, we can talk about Sim, but we have to keep it a secret. I was afraid. Like, Diz is cool and all, and I feel like yeah, if anybody would be the one to tell, it'd be him. But I don't know. Like, Sim told us to keep it a secret. I'm like I am the person. Well, I'm mostly the person to tell secrets to because I'll forget 5 minutes later, and then you'll bring it up later, and I'll be like, what? I don't remember you telling me that. But still, like a secret's a secret. If somebody tells you to keep a secret and it's not a safety hazard one, okay, this will be our secret. Diz nods, looking serious. Good, he says simply, then repeats it. Good. You go back to shelling bobber seeds in silence, watching the colony go about its business. Okay. So, let's see. Anybody else want to talk? Nope, you two are still hanging out. Nobody's over there. I'm going to tend to the animals because they get kind of crazy. Everyone in geoponics is on edge during glow. It's close to the colony walls, so if there's an attack on this side, you might lose years and years of progress on these fields. Or worse, the geoponics dome. There's nothing to do about it except hope that the defenses are strong enough to hold. That sense of helplessness makes it hard work. Oh. Be like, I remember what they said, but was that supposed to be a secret? I will tend the animals. 10. 4. Aha! We made it. And I didn't even have to use any of this, even though I have so many. I really should use some of those, but I feel like I'm going to end up in a situation again with Calm where I have to like use them all. Welcome back, Problematic. There's the siren.
Why were you dehydrated?
I'm not. I'm drinking.
Why are you dehydrated?
Here, I'll make a big show out of it. I'm drinking water out of a can because it's 0 sugar with vitamins and antioxidants. Sparkling ice starburst. Cherry flavor. Walking advertisement. You're relaxing in your quarters with your dad when you hear the colony siren. The enemy is here. Your dad looks up from his novel. Huh, seems early this year. We should head to the shelter in the lounge. You've been drilling on new evacuation procedures for the past month. There's no need to be a hero now that there are so many new soldiers from the Helio. It's probably best if you just follow instructions and head to the lounge with your dad. Okay, hold on. We're gonna save. Glove. Glow. I don't know. Is this? We're just gonna say 6 because I know it's a high number. I don't know. I feel like I do want to rush to the front lines. I'm not a soldier, but I'm probably tougher than most of them. And I get to see what's actually happening. You mustered with the rest of the defense force at the gates. Rhett and Lum are arguing about what tactics to employ. Lum keeps trying to rally the soldiers with a heartening speech about giving it everything they've got, all the drones, all the explosives, and Rhett keeps cutting in. We don't need to take any big risks, Rhett insists. It's a smaller attack, and we have more than enough plas rifles and turrets. We should save our other resources for when we do need them. Why do things halfway? Lum exclaims. We need to get in there and kick their asses back to the goo they came from. We need to show people that we have everything under control. For morale. Rhett tries one more time to wrestle control of the forces back from Lum, but Lum cuts him off. Fire the explosive rounds, he orders. Arm the chargers. Shells scream through the permanent night, followed by explosions you feel vibrate up through your boots. The Helios are unfazed, but you and the other Strato guards exchange nervous looks. You hear yelling, then another boom as the secondary explosives detonate. The baying of bloodthirsty animals reaches your ears. Then Lum holds his finger to his hear speak. Great work! Just the stragglers incoming. Open the gates! To battle! 47. I think we can manage that. 9, 8, 7. Yeah, we can definitely manage that. All right, let's see. We got... I don't have a 4, though. Or I have a 4. I don't have a 5. 3, 4... I mean, we made it. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, there's Sim. A mysterious stranger we now know is Sim. Damn you. No matter what, I can't get it. Fine. I guess I'll just get the higher number then. No stars! Alright. You're face off against Lesser Xeno, some kind of finned semi-aquatic thing, already half dead and limping doggedly through the gates. It's almost comical how easy it is to stun and kill it. By the time you're done, the other soldiers have dispatched the rest of the creatures. Smoke drifts in from the battlefield from the explosions, an acrid scent of triumph. I'm highly surprised that something didn't go wrong. This is the first time I think it hasn't. After the attack, Lum gathers everyone in the lounge and holds a big celebration for the soldiers. There's feasting and drinking and songs of valor, and as the party goes on long into the night, some drift away in pairs, or more. Whoa. Mars and Rex keep the dancing going. Even Nem seems to relax, especially when the other cadets invite her to drink with them. Tonight, everyone seems convinced that this victory means the colony will be safer forever. Maybe it will be. You sure want to believe it too. We are 16 now. We're so old. I'm so worried. Wow, we have a really high friendship with Sim already. Cal 76. 3, 2. I don't even see Diz on the list. Okay, so my toughness, let's see, you will still pump from the last +1 to all physical skill increases for 3 months. So I should probably... I mean, fair enough, but the hippies tried. Anybody want to talk? No, but I can hug him. I love that he sticks his tongue out. That's so cute. You mean simp? No! How dare you? You weren't even here when we met him. You know nothing about him. I like Rex. Aww. Oh, I need creativity and we can make cool things. Well, I can give you a pretty flower. 'Cause, you know, I have 15 of them. You brought me a gift? They exclaim. Like, just because? OMG, Solana, thank you. She's so cute. Can I give you... What would you want? I have so many of these flowers. I'm gonna give you a flower, too. No. Rex shakes his head with a smile and gently puts the gift back in your hands. I have everything I need, for real. This place is great. 3 squares and all the hugs I could ever need. But I'll tell you what, he says, leaning in. My birthday is in the first month of pollen, and I'd love a cake. If you know how to make one. First month of pollen. I will try and remember that. So there's still 3 people we don't know. Okay. Alright, let's Let's get some combat skills. Perception, animals. Ah, combat. That's what we need. There's so many people training in self-defense today that you have to break out into stations. What do you want to work on today? Smash things with your fist. Capoeira? Nem's been studying videos of other martial arts and wants to learn some sweet dance moves to show off in class. She needs a partner, and you jump at the chance. Rhett watches you both, a skeptical look on his face. What does this have to do with self-defense, he says. The point of all this isn't to have fun. It's to learn how not to die. Whatever. You're too busy learning how to do a sick handspin to pay attention. He rolls his eyes and stalks away, muttering about how you're wasting your time. You feel more in control of your body, though, which is undoubtedly going to help you in an actual fight. Why is this purple? Oh, maybe because I have the plas rifle. That's why. I have the plas cutter. That's why. 33. 9... 7, 6, 5, 4. Bam! 3 stars! The suns rise again after glow, heralding a new year. It's your 16th birthday. You wake in your new quarters, blinking into the watery sunlight. Dust motes float through the air, and you take a moment to enjoy the perfection of your bed while you listen to the sounds of the colony waking up outside. So much has happened in 1 year. Just a few short months ago, you thought your life was over. Now it's better than ever. There's plenty of food, and the colony is safe. You even have your own bedroom. You're considering snoozing until your dad wakes up when your reverie is interrupted by someone banging enthusiastically on the door. It's Cal! Happy birthday, he exclaims, giving you a big hug. I wanted to be the first person to say that. Aw, Cal! You're so sweet. That's it, though? Where's Cal? Cal, where are you? There's Tan, there's Nem. Cal's over here. I'm gonna give you a flounder. Cal is at the door to the barn, pulling on a pair of stretchy gloves. Palomina's calving, he says, by way of explanation. I gotta get in there to make sure everything's going okay. Do you need me? A flower. You like flowers, right? Oh, wait. What if I gave him an egg? Because he likes critters. Is that an alien egg? Cal exclaims. Wow, I wonder what's inside it. If it's still warm, maybe we can hatch it. He lifts it up and scrutinizes it. Anemone's always talking about wanting to eat a big old alien egg, he says. If this one's not fertilized, I'll give it to her. Nice. Alright, so we still got the buff, so we should probably still do combat training. Whee! Get out of my way! Security Chief Rhett interrupts your afternoon training to address the group. Nem perks up. This seems important. Since the original colony was destroyed, Rhett begins, we have needed every skilled security officer we can find to defend our home. And now with Governor Lum's blessing, age is no longer a requirement. We are looking for young recruits to join the ranks of the defense squads. This is a serious job, he punches his hand for emphasis. You'll be soldiers, not little kids learning self-defense or peering down from the safety of the walls. You will be in danger. You need to be brave and know your way around a weapon. Step forward if you think you have what it takes to defend our colony. I don't want to be a soldier, though. I like... I like being a forager. Quietly, hang back. Good, he says to those who step forward, including them. For the rest of you, if you change your mind and want to join the real soldiers, you know where my office is. The children yearn for combat. I just want to get strong. I don't want to be on the front lines. I want to be a forager. Card becomes 3. What? Alright, well fine. Be a 3 then. 9, 8. Dang. I mean, we're still gonna make it, but I was kind of hoping that we'd have one more. That it could be a 6, 7, 8. I wish. Oh, hello. New cards in the depot. Oh, I can shop weapons. Cool. Let's go check out the depot. I haven't been there in a while anyway. Get out of the way, Mars. Oh. Autoplay best hand? Well, that seems to kind of defeat the whole purpose, doesn't it? If I'm going to autoplay the best hand, like, then I don't know how, I don't even need to learn how to play, and that's no fun. I want to play. Plus 50 combat, 2 bonus for strength pairs. Okay, well, let's buy another cake for sure. And we'll... Whew, 300! Why is that one? Oh, because it's 50 combat, not just 20 combat. Alright, we'll buy that for now, and we'll call that good. But then I need to move my gear. There we go. I have so many pieces of wood and stuff. Oh, I guess I missed that part. Alright, anybody want to chit-chat? No? Alright, let's go see if we can go out and forage and find Sim. I always forget how to get out of this place. What up, Diz? All events have respawned. All events have respawned. Oh, look, another flower. Another Vricky. You come across not just one Vricky, but a whole swarm of them. Mostly just baby ones, about the size of your head. They're all amassed around a massive tree. Oh yeah, we did this. I'm not gonna fight them. There's nothing wrong with Vrickies. They're nice. Most of them. I have been attacked by one or two. Oh my goodness, more Vricky. It's not a Vricky. Your path is blocked by a massive 8-legged xenofauna. Something between a spider and squid and a bear. It's in a rage, grunting furiously and bashing itself against trees and rocks at random. Oh wait, we did this one too. You duck and hide as it glares in your direction. It's breathing heavy and dozens of eyes gleaming with madness. It's the same soft pink and purple you recognize from the multi-legged Vricky that live in this area, but so much larger. Could this be a related species? I can sing to it because I have enough empathy? Will this work? I don't think I could do this last time. 3, 4, 5. Wait. Nice. We like to see it. 4. That's not going to do me any good. Dang, -5 because it's stuck in that 3 space. So no matter what... Okay, so that at least adds 1 to it. Stop it. Oof. 8, 6, 6. Two, 3, I guess. We're gonna win no matter what, but like that, putting that card becomes a 3 right there sucks. This is a strange approach, but you've seen it work in videos. Sometimes music can soothe the savage beast. You sing a lullaby, and the great beast looks at you with curiosity. Eventually, its eyes drift closed and it settles down, tucking its many legs underneath it. Must have been very tired to begin with, like a toddler who skipped their nap. Why would I kill it? Why, if I was going to go through all the trouble of singing to it, why would I kill it? Why would I not just leave it alone? You leave the creature and move on. There is no reason to kill it. Sim! Oh, are we going to even get to talk to Sim? We might be too stressed. A curious Vricky blocks your path. It's acting strange. Keeps scurrying up trees and hanging upside down to get a different angle to look at you, then dropping down when you try to pass underneath. Maybe small, but it's at least attempting to be intimidating. That must mean something. It's not interested in your pet Vricky. It's interested in you. Even Mushberry looks unsure and hides between your legs. Ah! A 1. Really? You're lacking a 1? Goodness gracious. I ain't got nothing. 3, 4, 1, I guess. That sucks. That sucks real bad. 9, 8, 7. Ah, why? Somehow we still got 3 stars out of that. I was not expecting that. Yeah, right. The little Vricky is just going like, meow, meow. I don't know what sound Vricky makes. I'm assuming not a cat sound, being that they're a mixture between a spider and an octopus. The Vricky runs up your leg. It's a giant spider thing, and it's got weird tentacles and get it off! The urge to dance around and shake it off is almost uncontrollable, but you manage to keep your cool. The Vricky tastes you with its tentacle feeler legs, but doesn't look interested in causing you harm. Pokes at your backpack, trying to get in, then gives up and scurries off. No! There's something else in the way! You come across a cluster of mushrooms. Oh wait, we've done this one. Identify the mushrooms, and they're not good to eat. Sugar beans. I don't have... 2, a 4, 3, 5. Sure. 6, 6, 5, 3. Nine. Jeez, I have nothing but 4s. Nothing but 4s, straight across the board. Who even needs this 9? Sure. Make it a super goal, just because we can. You determine that these mushrooms aren't only poisonous, but explosive. We knew that. No, I don't want to go home. Sim is right there. We could have talked to him. Damn it. We're going to have to come back after we relax. It is now early pollen, which I believe is his birthday, he said. Slip past all path-blocking explorer events. Whoa. That would have been helpful last time. Okay, hold on. We can check this. Rex, your birthday is early pollen, so I can give you this birthday cake I have. I got you a present, and it's cake. Rex beams as you unveil his birthday cake. You remembered, he cheers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, now he wants to talk. You find Rex playing cards by himself in the lounge with an actual physical deck of cards. He looks up as you approach and visibly brightens when he sees you, sitting up straight with his dog-like ears on alert. "Whoa, hey, Solana!" he exclaims. "How's it hanging? Do you want to play a game with me?" "No, I don't want to go home." "But, Mom, my friend's out there. It's not fair." "They get to be hanging out there. Why can't I go? It's not like it's dangerous or anything." Ah, to be a rebellious teen again. What kind of game? "It's called Bottoms Up," Rex explains. "We both play a card from our hand we think is lower than the one the other person is playing, and the person with the lowest card wins. If you win, you get the number of points that are on your card. Plus, you get to take the loser's card and add it to your hand. So you want to play a low card to win, but if you play your high cards at the right time, you get a lot of points. It's a game of compromise." Don't make me actually play this. I don't get it. I used to play it all the time back on the Helio, but now everyone's here and, realizing their big dreams of being heroes and saving humanity, Rex says, rolling his eyes with a good-natured grin. "Soldiers love to gamble," Rex says. "You know that thing you use here, kudos? We can bet some kudos on it, or maybe we can bet something more interesting." "What do you mean more interesting?" "Well," Rex smiles, his smile turning a little wolfish. "Have you ever kissed anyone before?" "No, I don't think we have, actually." I'm curious to see what a dog boy's kiss would be. Because personally, if you've had dogs, slobber. Slobber everywhere. I have one dog that she loves giving kisses, and I have to physically be like, "Can you stop, please? I'm covered in drool." So I can only imagine what kissing Rex would be like. Sure. Oh, wait. Whoops. Oh, dang it. That was the wrong answer. I wasn't supposed to say, of course. I was supposed to say no. Sure. Why not? Then we should do that. Winner gets a kiss from the loser. Rex puts out his hand to shake to shake on it. "Deal," he laughs. "The anticipation is the best part." Hey, we got a CT. I love his outfit. It's so cute. I gotta say, Solana so far had been my favorite character design. I'm partial to people with the animal features, obviously. I love this design. So cute. Wait, there's an autosave? Wait, where's 10:59? Is that? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Thank you. Okay. Before these guys showed up, Solana was my favorite. I still really love Solana's outfit. Rex has probably become my favorite. Maybe it's because Solana is just the character I've been with for so long. I still think Solana's number 2, but definitely know me number 3. Okay. So, no, I've never kissed anybody. Okay. Really? Rex asks. "Wow, but you're so gorgeous and cool." Aww. He puts his hand on yours and leans in, looking at you with a sincere expression. "I'd love to be your first kiss, Solana." I'm not sure. Again, not entirely sure what this kiss is going to be like. Can you imagine if he really does, kind of dog-like kisses where it's just a lot of saliva, and that's your first kiss, and you're thinking "Oh man, is that what kissing is like? I don't know if I want to do that anymore." All right, let's do this. Rex shuffles the cards and deals half the deck to each of you, and you begin to play the game. "The best thing about this game is that it's not very hard to play," Rex says, scooping up his winning cards. "It's all about how well you know the other person. And Well, we don't know each other very well yet, so what do you want to know about me? What do you like to do for fun? Talk to people, mostly, Rex says, and puts down a low card to win the hand. I like to see what everyone's doing and help them with stuff I can. I just really like being around other people. I like doing whatever they're doing. Oh, and cuddling, of course. I love cuddling. And running and chasing stuff. He rubs the soft inner part of his ear and smiles sheepishly. Huh, I wonder why. Have you made any friends here? Oh, yeah, of course, Rex says. He looks happy. All the adults are so much nicer than the ones I grew up with. Like, they care so much about how and why they do stuff. I love being around them. And the other tunes, like, whoa, you guys are all so cool. Anemone and Tang are so passionate. Cal's a solid sweetheart. And Mars is like a galactic level hottie. Wow. He trails off, lost in thought. Oh, and that Diz guy seems interesting too. What are your plans for the future? Rex blinks at you. Oh, wow, big question. I don't know. I think if I stayed on the heliopause, I probably would have ended up becoming a soldier like everyone else, but planet side? Rex smiles to himself as he puts down a high card. I could do anything. I've always liked making things with my hands, and I like to make other people happy. Maybe I can do something with that. Enough talking. Play the game. You play out the rest of the cards, staying fairly even in points until Rex is left with only one card, and you have two. You're trailing, but not by much. If you play your low card for an easy win, you'll gain enough points to make it a draw. If you gamble on the slightly higher card in your hand, you might lose entirely, but you could win. What do you do? I don't know him well enough for that. Oh, I don't have enough empathy for that. Not even close. Play a high card for a chance to win. You put down your higher of your two cards, and Rex shouts, Are you for real? He laughs. That was a really risky play. You're lucky I only had a high card left. He turns over his card. It's even higher than yours. You win the game by a comfortable margin. Rex tidies up the cards, biting his lip with one little fang as he darts you a coy look. So, want to cash in that bet, winner? I would like to say, okay, okay. I like Rex. I don't think Rex is the best romanceable option. Not because he's not a cool character, but and maybe it's past experiences for me talking. The way he talks about just like the other people worries me as far as like can you be a one person partner kind of thing. Like it's cool if not cuz that's your thing. I'm a very like one person partner person and that's cool if it's not you. But then we can't be together. But we're teenagers. It's not that serious. Let's kiss. Rex giggles and leans in. Can you be alive? Rex giggles and leans in, cupping your cheek and placing a soft, thoughtful kiss on your lips. Doesn't last long, but you can tell he's a great kisser. He smiles warmly as he pulls away. Thanks for playing with me, Solana, he murmurs. Maybe we can do it again sometime. I'm sorry. I'm too jealous of a person. Not like in a bad way, but like I don't know. I mean, I guess in a bad way, but not. I don't know. I'm a completely monogamous person, and I can't. I don't want to imagine the person. And again, could have something to do with the fact that like I think I've only been in like. Oh my god, I think I've only been in one relationship where I didn't get cheated on. That's a sad fact. We're just gonna blow right past that. Let's. Oh wait. Oh, that's right. Okay, well we'll relax in the park. We'll hang out with Cal. That is a sad fact. It is way too hot in here, and I don't know if it's because of me having a fever or what. Almost need a window open in my room. You've been working with Mushberry for months on getting them to follow simple commands. You're getting pretty consistent results with one or two at a time, but they got bored and wander away if you do try to do a longer session. You set up a small obstacle course in the garden, consisting of a few ramps and balancing beams. Mushberry looks at the treats in your hand expectantly. Run that obstacle course! 86! Holy cow! Okay, I don't want that one. Oh my god, you both suck. You're terrible. You specifically playing sports ball are terrible. But I don't. Ah. Ah. I don't have anything less than a 4. Shit. Alright, well, we're gonna go with that. Get that one out of here. So we got 6, 7, 4. Oh, that makes that 9. Hold on. Nope, that makes that 8. Okay, 8. That's gonna mess that up. Well, they're all red cards, and they're all relatively high. Okay, so we got a 10. Boy, I'm gonna have to use some bonuses for this. Four, 4, 3, 2. Ugh. There we go. There's a redraw? Is there really a redraw? And I just didn't know that? Oh, we got a little Ricky card. Oh, hey, we got you know, that was words. You know what I meant. A stunning show from young Mushberry. Admirable speed and dexterity, they and their trainer Solana are promising new stars in the field of Ricky training. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't. I honestly should really read better. Hooked on phonics did not work well for me. Mushberry finishes the course and leaps into your arms, chittering happily. You did it! You've trained a Ricky to follow commands! And then I took the month off. You get gone. Absolutely get out of here. I hate you, sports ball card. You're woken by the buzzing of your holopalm. It's a colony-wide alert. You rub your eyes and ponder the thickness of the air seeping into your bedroom through the open veranda door. It's an ominous but beautiful sight. The seasonal pale pink haze has turned a deep fuchsia with scintillating silver sparkles floating through it. The shimmer! You check your holopalm messages. There's a colony-wide notice telling you to stay put. Where's my dad? Yeah, get fucked, sports ball card. Absolutely worst one in my hand. I should. I'm worried. Ah! When do I ever stay put when they tell me to stay put, though? But I don't want to die. But I'm also worried about my dad, and my dad doesn't pay attention, so we're going to geoponics. You don your environmental mask and make your way out to geoponics, where your dad is working. I fucking knew it. The air is so thick it's hard to see anything at all, and your footsteps are strangely muffled. Other people moving through the fog appear like spirits, flicking shadows through the murky sunlight. No one speaks except to urge you back to your quarters. You make it to one of the greenhouses, but you can't find your dad anywhere. You keep checking your holopalm, but he won't respond to your messages, and you start to panic. Don't kill both my parents. You can't. Then you get a message from Dr. Instance telling you to come to medbay. Your father collapsed outside the wall and is in bad shape. Wait, outside the wall? I know he's an essential worker, but he's not the only one. And we know that he has like the worst time with this. When they finally let you in to see him, your dad is lying in a medbay asleep. He's almost unrecognizable. The shimmer is all over him and his skin is glittery and strangely lumpy, like something's growing out of it. Something is growing out of him, you realize as you see Instance carefully scrape what looks like fungus from his shoulder. She places it in a petri dish and hands it to Tangent. There are tiny fungal growths all over him, even one poking out from the corner of his mouth. You watch with disgust as a thin trickle of glittering pink dust leaks off the tip of it and disperses into the air. Tang places the sample from your dad under an analyzer and turns it on. She looks tired. I'm sorry, Solana, she mumbles. We were close. You sit with him for a while until Dr. Instance sends you back to your quarters for rest. In the early hours of the morning, you hear that your dad... No, not my dad! He was so cool! He was such a chill dude! Oh my... I'm literally an orphan at 16. The fuck, man? Oh! You spend most of the month in your quarters. Jesus. I am entirely stressed. No, well, no shit. My dad just died. They hold a funeral for your father. You're becoming an old hand at these funerals. First Tammy, then her father, Uncle Tonin, your own mother, Calm, and everyone else who's died in an attack. Yeah, I'm gonna become Batman now. Feels like your own mother's funeral was only weeks ago. It's so colossally unfair. No one quite knows what to say to you, though they grieve along with you. Doesn't make it any easier. Aunt Anne and all the other adults of the colony will always be here for you, but you guess you're an orphan now. You miss your dad. And you miss your mom, too. Mostly, you just sleep. One morning, Chief Engineer Instance asks you to visit her in the medbay. You go because you don't have the energy to say no. I have to tell you something delicate about your father's condition, Solana, she begins, folding her hands on her desk. I hope this information will give you some comfort. After your father's death, we continued to research the shimmer, she continues, her voice even in neutral. Being able to study the disease in its terminal phase and beyond was the missing piece. We now know how to prevent the shimmer from taking hold in human cells, she says, her faint smile not quite reaching her eyes. With cultures grown from your father's cell lineage, everyone in the colony can be inoculated against the shimmer. Thanks to your father, we have a cure. Dude, I would be so numb to that information. I'd be like, okay, well, he would be happy. He'd be stoked. But it's okay to feel that way, Instance tells you with uncharacteristic kindness that you find comforting. Grief is different for everyone. If you need more time off to rest, nobody will mind. I mean, I can't really do much, so I kind of have to rest. I've only got like... Well, let's get on with our life. Let's see if anybody else wants to talk. Who's going to take this over then? Just some random person that we don't know? Nobody wants to talk. I figured at least Cal would, because Cal was like worked right next to my parents all the time. Aww, Cal gives you a watery smile. Hey, he says quietly. I could really use one of your dad's hugs right now, you know? Me and you both, Cal. Nomi fishes something out of her pocket and hands it to you. A rumpled white origami crane. I'm so sorry about your dad, they stumble. He seemed like a pretty cool guy. Rex's ears droop in sadness. Listen, I'm sorry about your dad. You seem like a really great guy. Okay, well, I am heartbroken. All skill increased, reduced by 1 for 3 months. So it's not worth it to do much. So let's just do some botany. Oh, did I say oops? I didn't mean if I said it wrong, my bad. Imagine you as a parent and your friend says, "Boy, I could." Yeah, well, Cal worked right next to my parents. Like, we're kind of all like, you know, we're all like a big group. We've all grown up together. All the parents kind of took care of each other's kids and stuff. So, and Cal always worked with in the same place as my parents, more so than ever I did. Let's work with some of the animals. Maybe that'll make me feel better. He's practically. It's funny you say it that way. He's practically a sibling, so you're romancing him, right? Uh, if you've ever played Love in Deep Space, my favorite's Caleb. And me and Problematic have had very long, in-depth conversations about how weird that is, being that he's basically your brother. Don't judge me. We're not actually siblings. It's fine. Like, I don't think I can do much else. What do we need? We need. You know what? Let's just keep working with the animals. The coffin of Andy and Lele in there. I've seen that game name before, but I've never actually played it. I've seen TikToks of like the characters and they look cool, but like I've never actually played that one. That's one I have to add to my list. You get yourself set up in the greenhouses in the little lab set up for analyzing plants. You remember your dad tinkering in here sometimes before he passed away and feel a pang of regret you never got to be here with him. The lab is similar to Instance and Tang's private lab in the med bay. Well, what you've seen of it. They don't like other people in there messing with their stuff. They're so secretive. Your dad's workstation is almost the same as you remember. You wish he was here to explain all this stuff to you. The bench is buried under samples and beakers and weird-looking alien sprouts. More than just a simple table, the analysis bench is covered with buttons and little holes you could put things into. Press buttons at random. I am not going to touch anything because I don't know anything about any of this stuff. You do nothing and nothing happens. Is this science? Carefully find the on switch. There is no on switch. Yep, you looked everywhere. Stick something in a hole. You put one of the seedlings into a small slot in the table. A little door slides shut and then reopens. A loud brrrr noise startles you. You mash all the table's buttons until, yo, 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 kiddo! It's congruence. The friendship's computer beams at you from her own hollow screen set into the bench. Of course she's here. She's the guardian of all knowledge in the colony, after all. You wonder who she got yo, yo, yo from. Congruence expression goes somber. I wish your father was here to see this, she says. He talked about sharing his love of biology with you. He was a very good researcher. She brightens. But I'm happy to be working with you, his kid. Your dad would have wanted me to tell you, analysis is all about experimentation. If you follow the rules and stick to what you already know, you won't learn anything new. So don't be afraid to try new things. I'll be here to help. You bring your mushwood samples into the lab. You're going to study these and revolutionize the use of mushwood lumber. Maybe. Sure, study it. I lost one card and gained another. Not like I didn't have a million of those mushwood logs. Stick something in a hole. That's how we learn, right? We just stuff things in holes. You examine the mushwood under a microscope and take notes on its cellular structure. Part of the reason it needs to be harvested and wet is because the cells get so saturated that they lose structural integrity and turn to, well, mush during glow. Studying the exact process by which the cells take in water leads to a breakthrough. It might be possible to hack the process and stop the mushwood trees from taking on too much water during wet. If they don't take on as much water, they won't take as long to dry. You should be able to develop a spray that the loggers can apply to the fruiting body of the mushwood, the part that sticks above the ground, to close its pores. Reducing negative pressure in the body should stop it from pulling so much water from the mycelial network underground. This is great. Logging will be much more efficient now. You visit your mom's little garden. There's a small shrine set up in memory of her and your father, her favorite flowers, his old boots. On Earth, they used to put the whole bodies into boxes and bury them underground. Not always. The colonies always skipped the decomposition step, using a process to quickly render bodies into nutrient rich mulch. Your mom and dad stipulated that their remains would be used here, added to the dirt they tended so lovingly in life. Sitting here, feel like they could be just around the corner. Let's talk to him. About what? How much you miss them. You spend some time talking in the general direction of the shrine about how much you miss your mom and dad and how unfair it is that they died so young. You know that the whole colony is your family, but being orphaned at 16 is still a heavy blow. You imagine your mom ruffling your hair and telling you to toughen up and getting a warm bear hug from your dad. You hear footsteps behind you and the creaking of the little garden gate. Cal kneels beside you and gazes at the shrine. I miss them too, he murmurs. I know where to have more parents than the average person, but your mom and dad were kind of like my parents too. They taught me everything I know about agriculture and how to care for animals. He smiles sadly. I hope I can be half the farmer they were. Aw. If I'm gonna fall apart in front of everyone, I feel like Cal would be the one who wouldn't judge me. Oh, dang. I kind of wondered. I was like, I wonder if this would have gone a little differently if my dad was still here. Your parents are gone and they're not coming back. It's all too much. Most of the time you can keep it together, but then something will happen that reminds you of them, and it all comes crashing back over you, swallowing you up in grief. Cal holds you, but you don't think anything will ever make the pain go away. Thanks, Cal. I needed that. You and Cal sit and contemplate your parents' a memorial shrine for a while longer. Eventually, Cal has to get back to work. He lets you know it's okay to take the day off if you need to. Grief is a strange thing. In the sense, I mean, I can't get any more stressed than I am now, let's be honest. Oh, shit. I can't use that one and that one together, though. 11. 5, 4, 3. Ooh, we got 5 biology. It's Vertumnalia! Who's taking care of all the food now that my parents are gone? In the midst of the colony decorating and setting out the food for the feast, you have trouble finding your festive spirit. Your dad's only been dead for a few weeks. How could anyone celebrate at a time like this? You gather in the colony square for the usual speeches. Lum takes the stage to fanfare and applause. Hello, people of Vertumna! He exclaims over the din. Happy Vertumnalia! He raises his hand to call for silence. Before we celebrate, I want to recognize those we lost this year. Head of Geoponics Geranium and Surveyor Imbroglio. Oh, I didn't know who that guy was. The crowd goes silent for a minute. Your vision blurs with tears. How is this supposed to make you feel better that he's gone? This year's taught us that the aliens are more dangerous than we ever knew, Lum continues. It's not just the attacks during Glow. They're weaponizing the very air we breathe. But they won't win. Already, we've discovered how to beat them at their own game. With everyone inoculated against the Shimmer, we're one step closer to total dominion over this planet. After the council members each give their annual reports, everyone starts clearing the square to set up for the Vertumnalia Games. You feel the pulse of a new hollow message in your palm and open it up to read. Happy Vertumnalia. There's a present for you on the table. XOXO, your secret admirer. Who's our secret admirer? You rush over to the feast table and spot a wrapped present in among the roasted vegetables. Wow, you have a secret admirer? That's what I said. Wow, that's a full-on ring. You unwrap your present. It's a data band. Okay, maybe it's not a ring. You snap it on your wrist and boot it up on your hollow palm. It's full of all your favorite songs, videos, shows, and games. A collection curated by someone who must really know you. Now you'll always have your media with you, even if the net goes down, including all your favorite episodes of the rise and fall of Sanctuary Moon. Nice. A missing message. I kind of thought the same thing, that it was going to be like a message from dad. Someone made me a mixtape. That's cute as heck. I miss those days, honestly. I miss the days when you would like burn a CD of like your friend's favorite songs and like decorate the front of it with Sharpie and have it look all cool. You search the hollow palm for any hint as to who could have made it, but you can't find anything. You'll have to ask around, but later. The games are about to begin. You assemble with the other kids for the annual games. What do you choose this year? Nothing, because I can't do any of these, and that's mean. I didn't realize how bad it was last year. I only exchange them with friends. You head to the walls to get a break from the crowd. Diz is up here as well, sketching in a notebook. He shows you a few drawings he's made of various Vertumnan animals, like the Unisaur they starved and dragged out for the Xeno wrangling competition this year. It sucks, he says, but doesn't say anything more after that. You're not sure if he means his drawing, or the competition, or the whole colony. After the festivities, everyone descends on the feast. You heap your plate with more food than you could eat in 3 sittings. Everyone around you is so happy, but you can't help but notice the empty space where your dad should be sitting. It's your first holiday as an orphan. The other colonists try to make room for you in their conversations, but it's not the same. All right, let's see. This is my first suspect. You find Cal catching a break in the shade of one of the gardening sheds, a wide-brimmed hat pulled down low over his eyes. Hearing you approach, he lifts the brim and shoots you a smile. Hey, Solana, taking a break too? Someone gave you a data ban. It might have been Cal. Are you my secret admirer? Cal looks away, his smile turning a little embarrassed. Is that okay? Yay! I kind of thought, I was like, man, wait, are we never going to even get to flirt with him? I like Cal. Cal blinks. Whoa, really? I didn't expect that. Let the moment. The fact that it's let the moment pass or go in for a smooch. What if? I mean, what if he rejects the smooch? We are 84 out of 100. We are very big friends with Cal. Shut up, Pablo. You lean in and kiss Cal on the cheek. He laughs warmly and touches the place your lips landed, blushing. Thanks, he whispers. I guess you liked the data band. Okay, so we can't kiss Rex anymore. We are now, well, we're not official, are we? I don't think we're official. But let's go talk to Sim. We haven't seen Sim in a while. Forage in the valley. Can Sim just be our bestie and be like, bestie, you have no idea what just happened? He does want to talk to us, though. Yeah, right. I miss the days of like, I don't. Hi, Sim. We're a culture that preys on loneliness. I don't know. I feel like there's a movement now where people are kind of being like, you know, I don't want to be with somebody if it's not worth it. Because I see that a lot where people like on TikTok and stuff are like, you know what? I'm single and I'm enjoying my time. And I think that's great. You're walking up a trail when you're caught by surprise. It's Sim, and he's running? You're knocked to the side as he pushes past you, running in the opposite direction with barely a glance. You shout and chase after him, but after a few seconds it becomes clear you don't have a hope of finding Sim when he doesn't want to be found. You turn and continue along the path, and around the next bend you spot a familiar face. Utopia. She's collecting rock samples with a pickaxe like an old-timey prospector. Who the hell was that? She demanded. Who? I didn't see anyone. Utopia squints at you. The man who just ran past? The tall guy dressed in black? How did you not see him? She hikes her pickaxe off her shoulder. Whatever, just watch where you're running, okay? The gravel's loose around here, and maybe check in with Doc Instance. Get your eyes looked at. You agree, happy to be out of this conversation without any trouble, and continue on along the path before Utopia asks any more questions. You walk for a couple of minutes before you see Sim again. He seems to be in good humor, despite the close call. Oh, he says, leaning against a tree. It is tiresome to be so secretive. He wipes his eyes, brimming with mirth. It is such a pleasure to be around you and Diz, and to not have to hide myself. He sobers quickly. I do appreciate your discretion, he says. It's not the right time for the gardeners to be formally introduced. To do so too early would cause a great degree of chaos. Yes, even the female surveyor, he continues. I do like her, but I have learned from my limited experience with your kind that adults of your species do not react well to surprises. It is good you're here, though, Sim continues, as I do need something from you. Data. What? Sim holds up his hands. Please do not be alarmed, he says placatingly. I do not mean sensitive information, such as personnel and defenses. I mean only the contents of your digital cultural archive. Like holovids? Sim smiles. Yes, exactly. Your holographic recordings of movies, music, books, cultural artifacts only, I promise. Well, Sim says, isn't it obvious? I wish to know more about your kind. I wish to learn how to. He struggles for the right phrasing. I wish to learn how to act in such a way that is not so discomfiting to humans. That's why we watch you. Be you. Hopeless romantic. That's fair. I feel that like in my core, and that's why I play romance games. Because I'm like, you know what? This is good romance that I don't have to. At the end of the day, I don't have to worry about it. Like, I can just enjoy it for what it is in the moment. I'll do it. Sim's gentle smile grows warmer. Truly, he asks, clasping his hands. Oh, I thought it would take a great deal more convincing. You are surprising. Such a pleasure. You tell Sim that you can likely find a mem drive in engineering and fill it with data he wants. Oh, no. We have a boyfriend now, and his name is Cal. We are not flirting with Sim. As cool as Sim looks. You have a few questions of your own. That's fair, Sim says. It must be frustrating to feel as though the truth is being withheld from you. Ignorance is not a yoke your kind bears easily. Please trust me when I say that my inability to answer your questions is born of circumstances beyond my control, and not a lack of desire on my part, he continues. I have full faith that you will know everything soon enough. Okay, well, I guess now we'll just stress ourselves out. Flow cow! You watch them peacefully bob along, occasionally releasing streams of urine or clouds of helium to maintain a steady height. Let's try to capture one and take it back with us. We always need more float cows, right? Wait. 244. 9, 8, 6, 3. Oh, mistakes were made. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. I'm still not going to make it. I'm running out of mush logs. But now we have a flow cow. Eventually, you pick out one young female that looks underfed and moves more slowly than the others. She seems like an outcast. The others won't let her eat, and they keep chasing her and harassing her. She should be easier to catch, and as malnourished as she is, maybe easier to tame. You get a lasso around her and hold her down while she whinnies in terror and releases her piss ballast to try to get away. You're in the blast radius, but you hold firm. You're able to bob her along behind you, all the way back to the depot. Well, howdy, Utopia says when you bring the float cow in. What do we have here? Why, you're a real cowpoke, Solana. I'm a mite jealous. She inspects the tired float cow. She looking a little under the weather, Utopia proclaims. Here's hoping we can nurse her back to health back on the ranch. I'll take her back myself. You can come see her any time in geoponics. All right. Bye, Sam. Oh, wait. Pick up a flower. I can go past these now. I can just gather things. Crazy. Okay, this is the same one we found before, where it's an egg on a pedestal, and we left it last time, so now we're going to take it. You put one foot up on the pedestal to brace yourself. This thing is huge. However, as you do, the pedestal starts moving, and it starts growling. Its flowering appendages unfurl to reveal the face of... Fuck! A manticore. It narrows its feline eyes at you and rumbles a warning as it stands to its full, terrifying height. You figured out where the egg came from. With your arms full of egg, you can't really fight. Your choices are limited. Okay. If I keep the egg and run, I don't really want to throw the egg either, because then it could break. If I'm going to throw the egg, I might as well keep it. Let's keep the egg and run. There's no sense in breaking it. Jeez. I am 2, 2, 3, 4. 10, 9, 8. I want you to stay 8, though. Ah, oh, damn it. Wait. Alright, whatever. We made it. Keep the egg and run! You stumble blindly through the clearing towards the relatively safe of the trees, the cumbersome egg blocking your view of your own feet. You fall a few times, just barely managing to scramble out from under the claws of the manticore. You eventually find a member of the expedition's protection squad, who fires a warning shot with her plas rifle over the manticore's head. It roars in defiance and slinks into the trees. The egg's pretty addled from all the running and falling. If it was going to hatch before, it certainly won't now. Damn it! I was kind of hoping maybe we could raise one. You get a shit ton of kudos for it, and it's super tasty. Dang. I have to go home now. Dang, that sucks. Like I said, I was kind of hoping that I'd get to keep it. Alright, we are going to... Wait, actually, you know what? When is Cal's birthday? We have no idea when his birthday is. These are things we should know about you, Cal. Let's give you medicinal roots and see what happens. Shit! It's his birthday now! Damn it! Thanks for thinking of me on my birthday, Solana. If I would have known, I would have given you the cake! Oh no, now I can't give him something. Ah. You spot Cal among the herd of float cow, gently pushing them around so he can milk the ones that seems to float lower than the others. Hey, Solana, he says, reaching under one cow and squeezing a stream of blue milk into his bucket. You ever had moo juice straight from the tap? It's something else, let me tell ya. Well, damn. What a way to learn his birthday. Give him a gift and have him be like, wow, thanks, this is great for my birthday. And they're like, oh shit, totally, I knew it. The flowers here are so pretty. It's not milk, Cal. Stop it! It's milk. They're float cows. The flowers here are so pretty. You'd never guess that they spent 20 years or more in stasis, just waiting for a chance to see sunlight again. Every time the adults talk about Earth, they mention how bad it was, how there was so much pollution and war, and it was so hot that barely anything grew anymore. But when you're here, smelling the gentle perfume of the flowers, you think Earth must have been beautiful before we got there, more like. Yeah, everybody's just kind of like, it's my birthday, oh well. But at least there's cake. Let's get rid of the 2, because it's pretty low. We're happy again. Early wet. Nobody wants to talk. I'm pretty good with all this and biology. I think I need some creativity. Can I earn that from here? No. No, I can't. Oh, hey. Wood. Biology, reasoning, engineering, reasoning, creativity, and persuasion. Sure, let's study humanities. You're running late for humanities class. When you arrive, everyone is gathered in the beanbags around the room's big hollow projector. Ship's computer congruence is displayed on it. She's giving today's lesson, reading an old book of Earth poetry. You sit down next to Tang and nudge her in motion. What's up with this? Tang frowns at you. Where have you been? She whispers. Ever since Professor Hal died, congruence has been teaching this class. And she frowns at everything in general. They said everyone else who might be qualified is too busy. And no, they didn't ask me. Huh. Okay. You get back to the lesson. Great, another day of learning about what ancient dudes on another planet thought about love and dying and stuff. Sim asked you for data on human culture. Television shows, music, books, things like that. You have unlimited access to Congruence's media archives through your holopalm, but for Sim it'll be a little bit more complicated. You'll need to find physical storage unit with enough memory to contain a chunk of the holo archives. Steal one. The robot in the workshop would be a good place to look. You sneak in. Nobody around. Good. You rummage around until you find what looks like a portable holo unit in a drawer, then find a port in the wall to plug it into. An interface pops up with options to copy data onto the drive. Perfect. You start by carefully copying your favorite vids and games, then realize there is a ship-ton more get it, ship-ton more room on this tiny device. You sweep in several thousand more vids, as well as the entire contents of the school's Learningpedia. As you slip the unit into your pocket, the Congruence console above you suddenly flickers and lights up. Congruence seems amused. She doesn't sound an alarm, although you know what you shouldn't be in here, but asks in a neutral voice, What are you doing in here, Solana? I just came to see you. Congruence allows her expression to show doubt, though she seems flattered. You chat for a bit, then she tells you to get out before you get in trouble. She seems to be lonely. Can an artificial intelligence get lonely? Something you've never really thought about before. You guess she must miss Professor Hal quite a bit. 9, 8, 7. Hell yeah, that was perfectly placed. 98764. Perfect. And 3 stars. Hell yeah. We did it. Alright, so now we got the stuff for Sim. So let's go take that to him. Sim, I have the hollow palm. The thing that gives you all the information on our human-like selves. I'm trusting you a lot here, buddy. Don't turn against me, please. Honestly, a terrible decision. Kind of. But he's been nice. For once, you see Sim before he sees you. He's crouched just off the path, staring at a flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, so you watch him for a while. He's so perfectly motionless, you'd think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he accessing some kind of mental interface? Eventually, you clear your throat. Sim carefully stands up and turns to face you. For a moment, you're not sure if he recognizes you. Then he tosses his head and grins, and a grin leaps to his face. Solana, you caught me checking in with the boss. Do you have a boss? My boss? As I told you, they aren't fond of your change, he replies. They're also very much like your boss, what's she named? Utopia. He tilts his head to the side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you'd listen to her. She gave me a job to do. And I have my job, Sim replies, which is to protect this place. He laughs. Protecting you seems to be my hobby. If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'd be in trouble, so shh, he murmurs and puts a finger to his lips. Then why keep talking to me? Sim smiles. Because you're the person of my dreams. Literally, he replies. I can't seem to stay away from you. And because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. The other gardeners, my boss, they have everything on Vertumna just the way they like it, and don't want the teeniest thing to change. He sighs. It's boring. See that tree? Sim points to a large tree with many long limbs dripping from it and embedded in ground. That tree was a small creature for part of its life cycle. You call it the Vricky. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. So the Vricky turned into a tree? The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree, set in your ways. He spreads his hands, an earnest expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again. Wait, how old are you? I like to think I'm young at heart, Sim replies with a mischievous smile. You have so many more questions for this man, or gardener, or whatever he is. But as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower. But I must away. And with that, he's gone. Off to protect the wild or rescue damsels or whatever. Maybe he's just avoiding your questions. Hey, wait, I have your hollow palm thing. I gotta give that to you. I guess I'll give it to you a different time. A dense cloud of pollen makes it hard. Oh. We have done this before. Oh, yep. And then we're at the Blet Bush. Which we have quite a few of them, so let's not chew them this time. Ooh, you come across a veritable feast of berry bushes. Gloopy, sagging bushes with enormous purple berries. They look delicious. Yes, research them first, please. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 5, 6, I guess. 9. 5, 4. Works. Victorious! Oh, these purple berries? They're not even in the Holopedia as berries. They're some kind of explosive seed pod. You take a few steps back, careful not to set one of them off. I'm gonna try to harvest them. As soon as you get your hand around one of the fist-sized berries, you hear a pop and feel a rush of heat against your face. These aren't berries, these are exploding seed pods. Literally! You stop, drop, and roll to beat out the tiny flickers of fire on your coat. You're lucky it wasn't worse, but I thought I could harvest them knowing they were explosives. Collectibles respawn faster, and more slots are filled. An egg. You come across another squeeger hive, an intensely gravid hive queen and her hundreds of wriggling grubs, rooted here just like any other tree. This one seems calm. You're able to approach close enough to smell the sweet tang of her jelly. Then let's get some honey. Or, well, jelly. It just kind of told me it was jelly. Gets a +2, so let's do 9, 8, 7. Oh! Dang it. I need that to be a 5. So 6, 7, 5. That's not helping. Six, 6, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay, that works. Oh, we're way past it anyway. 6. 5, no, 6, 4? No. No. Yeah, you know what? Just put up our heights card. It doesn't really matter because of that +2. It works. It's fine. We got some honey. The calm hive queen has only a rudimentary danger sense. Squeeger hives can be very defensive when they sense danger to their young, but so long as you don't set off the workers or the larvae, you're free to walk right up to her. You gently avoid hurting any of the babies as you scrape her copious honey into a collector. I have like 5 left. I'm just barely not too stressed to do one more thing. But I don't have anything this direction. Oh, wait. Yes, we do. Oh, Utopia, you have something for me. Hello. The paths are narrow and in constant need of repair. There's a team working here trying to repair where one of the jelly arches has collapsed and covered the path in 30 centimeters of goop. Utopia waves you over. Hey, Solana, can you give us a hand? We can't get vehicles through here until this is cleared, and it's going to take all day. You might have a better plan. I have a better plan. Using biology. Ooh, 2, 3, 4. Heck yes. 5, 5, 5. What? Oh, that sucks. That's not... I guess it counts because it's a rainbow, so that's... lame. Two, 5, 5, 5. No. Okay, 2, 5, 5, 5. 8, 5, 5, 5, 4. Well, that became a 6. Good enough. 3 stars. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, you've seen this stuff desiccate in low humidity, like in dust. You throw powdered desiccant over it and let physics do its work. It's easier to plow through a bunch of plumped up granules of desiccant gel than it is to shovel all the slimy muck. You save a few hours. You're too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home now. Okay, go home. I'm getting really good at biology. Mid wet. Oh, late wet, actually. Cal! Cal wants to talk. What's up, Cal? I'm super stressed. You're shooting the breeze with Cal in the shadow of the geoponics dome when he leans over and waves at someone over your shoulder. Perk! Hey, over here! Perk jogs over to you. He's a heavy-set adult with tattoos sprawling up his arms that make him look like he's made of marble. He holds out a stack of tiffins wrapped in a sash. Hey, you two. Steph and I were testing out recipes, and we ended up making too much. Figured I'd run some lunch over to you. Cal takes the tiffins and opens the first one. Lentil dal, he exclaims, inhaling deeply. No way! Perk looks proud. Rice is the second one, and a little something sweet in the third. Figured you'd have a romantic picnic or something, he says, punching Cal lightly in the shoulder. Cal sputters and his ears go pink. Perk! Just kidding you, Perk laughs and shoots you a meaningful look. Perk leaves you to divide the spoils, and Cal goes right to dessert. Having 4 parents is the best, he mumbles, around a mouthful of sour sweet cake. How does he have 4 parents? Cal's mom, Auntie Tira, is in a relationship. Oh, I didn't know his parents were poly. Cal's mom, Auntie Tira, is in a relationship with the 3 other colonists. Perk's the newest member of his family, but even then, they've all been together for a while. Cal's always been surrounded by a lot of love at home. Cal swallows his food. You know, sometimes I wonder if I'd want to date that many people like my mom does, he muses. Like, finding one person who wants to date you and having the courage to ask them out is already hard enough. Bruh, my palms are sweating just thinking about it. Is he kind of looking at you while he says that? Hard to tell. Besides, Cal continues, it works fine for my mom, but I kind of feel like if I find someone, I want to just be with them, you know? I want to put all my energy into making them happy. You already make me happy. Cal's eyes go wide and he rubs the back of his neck. I didn't mean that, but I didn't not mean that either. He giggles and looks away, unable to meet your eye. Okay, enjoy your call. The doll is sweet and fragrant and tastes all the better for being made and delivered with love. You and Cal eat your fill before Cal excuses himself to go back to work. I will relax in the park. You spend some time with Mushberry. Apparently humans didn't really domesticate dogs, wolves, just started hanging around humans, knowing that they got given leftover food when they cooperated. That's kind of what you hope will happen when the Fricky. Sometimes when you're playing with Mushberry, it acts just like the dogs on the holobids. Yeah, I'll keep both those. Those are good cards. And now it's glow season. Wow, is like nobody out here. Oh, of course Diz is out here. Those two are there. Tan's out here. Cal's over there. So I will work with the animals for glow. I think that's just going to be my habit, is I'm going to be with the animals during glow season start. There are only a few glowing plants in the garden, so in the dark of glow, you have to do a lot of outdoor work by lamplight. In the eerie, not light, fertile earth dirt looks the same as Vertumnan dirt. It's so hard to see what you're doing. That's a lot of sixes. 6, 6, 6. Wait. Bam! And there's the siren. You wake to the soothing sound of your dad's voice. Then remember he's still gone. I wonder how long it'll be before you stop expecting him to be here. You're lying in bed, staring at the wormhole through your window when you hear a deep thump resonate through the ground. Then a second one, quieter. The woven roof of your room quivers, unleashing a season's worth of fine glowing dust to sift through the air. Through your open window, you hear voices sounding the alarm. The annual offensive is here, and leading the charge are the two massive faceless. Join the fray. Oh, shit! What the heck? Welcome back, I guess. Choking on my water. Actually choking on my water. Burned my throat. You grab a plas rifle and report to the front, where a line of soldiers has taken up arms and is waiting for orders. The colony prepares to defend itself against the two building-scale faceless, as well as a teeming swarm of smaller Xenos that seethe toward you. Hold steady, orders Security Chief Rhett. Keep the line! No! Governor Lum yells, running from the front gates to the front of the defensive line. He elbows Rhett out of the way and waves his arms wildly. Bring them closer! Draw them in! Dude, this guy's gonna get everybody killed. Rhett stops himself from shoving Lum back, but just barely, you can tell. Oh, did I? That's true, I did have 3 sixes right in a row. Are you serious? He retorts. We can't let them any further into the colony. We're gonna fight them on our territory, Lum cries, raising his plas rifle over his head with one hand. We have the walls, let's use them. We'll let them come inside and pick them off one by one. We can't pick off a faceless, Rhett sputters from the sidelines. Lum smiles maniacally. You can see the gleam of his teeth from there. I have a plan, he roars. Just follow my lead. And with that, he turns and begins to run towards the approaching animals, roaring taunts and firing wildly into the fray to draw them close. At a loss, Rhett motions you all to fall back and let the animals approach. The area just inside the gates becomes a swirling melee of smaller Xenos and plas rifle fire, the two faceless lumbering slowly behind. Alright, let's try to stay out of the way. Oh boy, 86. 4, 6, 7. Shoot. Damn it, that kind of card kind of messes things up. Okay, let's do this. 4, 5. Let's use our low cards. 10. Oh, I needed 8. Dang it. That's not going to be the one with the highest value, so let's... 10, 7, 6. Because I can't use the 9 and the 10 together, because... Six, 6, 4, 3. Whoo, we did it. You're not exactly a professional soldier, but you manage to hold your own against the Xenos, even though you still scream and retreat when something gets too close. You don't injure any humans with your plas rifle, at least. Out of the artillery smoke, wafting over the battlefield, Lum comes running. Here they come! Here they come! He shouts joyfully, and plows through the gates with the two faceless galloping behind him. It's without a doubt idiotic and horrendously dangerous. You can't help it. You hit record on your holopalm and film the ensuing chaos. You catch a glimpse of Chief Rhett putting his hand over his face and sighing. A squad of Helio soldiers takes up the charge and helps shepherd the faceless into the open area in the middle of the colony. You have horrible flashbacks to the first time you saw a faceless inside these walls. From the looks on the faces of the other Stratos, you're not the only one. Then you're all thrown to the ground by a tremendous explosion. Fire engulfs the center square, roasting the two faceless in an inferno that blasts the sweat from your pores. Rocks and chunks of dirt patter all around you with the occasional thunk of burning mushwood. Those soldiers nearest the blaze all recoil in surprise. Clearly, no one but Lum knew that the square had been rigged with explosives. You don't think anyone was caught in the blast, but it was close. Lum stands before the blaze, laughing and firing at the two tortured faceless as they roast to death. You raise your hollow palm to capture the image, his silhouette dark against the column flame of smoke. It was ridiculously dangerous and stupid, but it does look pretty cool in your recorded footage. People filter out of their hiding places, shielding their faces from the heat coming off the bonfire in the middle of the square. On the horizon, the first watery rays of quiet sunrise are struggling to make a dent in the hot orange glare. The colony's fire suppression system is turned on the square, revealing the charred corpses of the two faceless. Utopia walks by with a reclamation team hauling an industrial plas cutter on a hoverlift. Did he use the mining explosive? Utopia says in Oz. Mighty bold of him. Those things will blow a hole in a mountain. Or a creature, I suppose. She sighs. Wish you could have saved him for mining. That must have been the last of them. We can't make more. Then she and her crew are out of earshot as they pick their way down the blast crater to carve up the faceless for recycling. Fortunately, the colony was well defended. You and the other colonists have been fortifying the defenses, putting security above all else. Tonight's defense was still a resounding, if messy, success. But if Utopia's right, you don't have any more of those explosives now. You can't just nanoprint unstable molecules like that. What are you going to do during the next attack? Probably die. Look at her picture changed! Oh my god! Everybody's picture changed! Oh my god, look at Cal! Look at Cal! Cal and Rex are hanging out in the garden gazebo. You can hear their laughter echo through the garden long before you see them. Hey, Solana, Cal calls out to you, and Rex lifts his hand in a jaunty wave. Rex told me he wanted my help burying his bone in the garden, but when we got here, he said he must have forgot it back in his room. Can you believe it? Rex shoots you a long, suffering look and rolls his eyes. Dang! I gotta see everybody. Dang, look at Mars! We don't talk, but I will talk to you now so you go. Wow. She is stunning. I wish you weren't such a bitch. Probably die nothing like optimism. I'm always looking on the bright side. Oh, hey Solana, Mars says, breezing past you. I'm sorry I can't talk now. I'm on my way to work in command. She stops when you don't sound amazed enough. You know, the supply depot, she clarified. It's the most important job in the whole colony. Anything that gets made here goes through me first. Mars's smug smile gets somehow even more smug. Plus, I get the first pick of all the best stuff. I'm going to ignore you. Mars looks at a loss for words. That's it. You're not impressed? OMG, what does it take? She stomps away, presumably to write an angry post on the colony's social media about people who just don't understand how hard she works. You roll your eyes. Mars is angry, for now, but you could try asking her for a reference later if you change your mind. I need to see everybody's looks. You and I don't really talk. You're still cool looking. You're pretty good friends with Rex, aren't you? Vase asks, giving you a once-over. Must not like what he sees. I wouldn't go around telling everyone that. Might not work out great for you. Just a bit of friendly advice. Ooh, but I'm not the best with combat, but let's challenge him. Vase suggests a classic helio test of grit, punching each other in the stomach until one of you gives up or passes out. No, I really don't talk to Mars, like, at all. Like, if she doesn't want to talk to me, I don't really talk to her, because she's never been very nice. It builds character, he says, taping up his knuckles. His bicep glistens menacingly. Did any Helio ever think of putting a piece of metal under their shirt, though? Clang. Vase's punch reverberates through the courtyard, and he yowls and cradles his fist. He's surprised at first and angry at his pain, but when you pull the sheet of metal from your shirt, he bursts out laughing. I win by default, he snickers. Don't be such a coward, Solana. Take it like a soldier. Still, you didn't get punched in the stomach, so that's a win in your books. Look, man, because I use more brains than you, it's not my fault. That's on you. Look at Nem! Oh my god, Nem is so cool looking! You catch Nem scarfing down some rations outside the garrison. I took a nap during my lunch break, and I ran out of time to eat, she says. Too much to do. Let's train together. Nem suggests you practice some hand-to-hand combat, then kicks your butt in the absolute most literal sense. She leans over you while you're lying on the floor, completely gassed. You okay? She laughs. I didn't go too hard, right? I love her. Mars is an acquired taste. Never received the injury status effect when hurt. Nice. Look at 10! Oh my god! I'm sorry. I'm just gushing over all of this artwork and all of these cool characters. Jesus Christ, they're all so cool looking. Tang furrows her brow at you as you approach. You again, she says. Why do you keep pestering me? It's not as though you've done anything to impress upon me your usefulness. At your blank look, Tang rolls her eyes. What I mean is, we're not friends. Fine. I just want to take a look at you because you look cool. Nomi, Nomi. You look similar. Still cool as fuck, though. You and Nomi are talking when they suddenly go quiet and look down at the ground. Seconds later, a group of Helio soldiers walk past you, ignoring you and Nomi entirely. Nomi picks at the edge of their sweater. Sorry, they mutter. Sometimes it's just easier if everyone pretends they don't notice me. I'm gonna give you a flower, because you're cool. And we don't like each other that much because we don't really talk. Nomi looks a little surprised. Oh, wait, we already did that interaction. All right, Rex. Ow, that looks painful. Still, super cool. Ow. Dude, put a shirt on. Take your own shirt off in solidarity? What? Over the years, a lot of people have started wearing a lot less clothing than you remember from when you were growing up on the climate-controlled stratospheric. Definitely a lot less in the holovids you bought from Earth. Rex, though, Rex has really acclimated for Tumna's hot, sultry weather. I can't do this, and I won't do this because we're with Cal, and that would be inappropriate. Oh, I didn't know they were the youngest. Dude, put a shirt on. Are you kidding me? He asked, throwing his arms wide. First, it's hot as balls out here. I work outdoors, and hoo-wee, no joke, I'd take off more if I could. He cranes his head up to the sky. Second, I like the feeling of the sun on my skin. After 15 years in a sunless tube hurtling through space, I want to soak in as much as I can. Makes me feel great. Rex laughs and knocks himself into your shoulder. I think our bodies were meant to live this way. Don't even get me started about pants, bud. Dang, all right. All right, let's see. We're still missing Diz. Oh, Diz. Dang. Looking as emo as ever. That's Sharpie. You can't tell me that's a tattoo. That's Sharpie. Diz flicks. I flick over with you. Words. Diz eyes flick over you with disinterest. What do you want? Are you here to make fun of me too? No. Value is wild. I don't. You want a flower? Thank you, Diz says, clearly unsure about how to react. I'll, find something to do with it. You will. You will make fun of everybody. It's fine. Alright, let's see. So, Tand is... Tammy. My parents. There's still 3 people we don't know. I do. I like pretty much everybody's look. I think everybody looks amazing. I want to do some animal handling and hope to see socks eventually. We haven't seen socks in a while. You hear a commotion over by the geoponics domes, the kind that makes you drop your shovel and sprint over there. There's a crowd at the entrance to the domes. Governor Lum, Rhett, Cal, and a handful of agriculturists form a semicircle around the entrance, looking up at. Oh no, it's Socks! She's perched over the door, her back arched with fear as her great body grapples up with the side of the geodesic dome. You can hear the glass cracking under the strain. Go get a good look at Tam. Oh, yeah, yeah. Rip, Tammy. I'm sorry. She's clicking her teeth and emitting a scared, mournful howl from deep in her belly. Cal is between the mob and Socks, his arms spread wide. Please don't hurt her, she cries. She's my pet. I promise she's not dangerous. It's an alien monster, Lum snarls. It's not a pet, it's the enemy. Chief Rhett, I command you destroy it. Rhett levels his laser rifle at the dilly pillar. Wait! All eyes turn towards you. Governor Lum and Rhett are twin avatars of fury. Lum red-faced and blustery, Rhett calm as he lowers the muzzle of his rifle. Why the hell should I wait? He says icy. Do you have a better idea? Socks is trained. I can prove it. You push through the crowd and stand before Socks, who looks down at you with curious affection. You raise your hand and she chitters and shakes out her fringe. Socks, down, you command, and Socks obediently slinks down from the geodesic dome. She circles her great body around you, watching you intently. Everyone takes a few steps back from the huge dilly pillar. Sit, you continue, and the crowd gasps as Socks leans back and pulls her front half to its full height, towering over your head. Lie down, you order, and she flumps to the ground, spraying gravel and dirt at the crowd. Roll over, you say, making a rolling gesture with your hand. It's funny because I actually did do that when I said it. And Socks writhes until her many, many feet are wiggling in the air. She looks up at you, upside down, her mouth lolling open in something like a smile. One more trick, you say, pointing at Lum. Socks, attack! Socks flips to her feet with alarming speed and snarls, charging towards Lum. Everyone screams and scatters, except for Lum, who freezes and cowers where he stands, and Rhett, who raises his rifle. Stop! You command, and Socks stops. That was stupid. That was a stupid move. Socks stops, dead in her tracks, her face inches from Lum's face. Her breath woofs over him, ruffling his hair. There is only shocked, still silence. Lum's mouth quivers with fear and then confusion. What are you waiting for? He commands. Shoot it! For a few tense seconds, you worry that Rhett will pull the trigger. The moment passes, and Security Chief Rhett slowly lowers his rifle. That's incredible, he says. You have this monster perfectly trained. Does it hunt? Will it follow directions at the expense of its own safety? Rhett turns to Lum. We could use this creature, he says. It may be useful in defending the colony. Only for defense, Cal pipes up. She's not a weapon. She's a living, breathing animal, and she has rights. Lum sets his jaw. Fine, he says, backing away from Socks. Rhett, you're responsible for this creature. I'm done with this. He turns on his heel and stalks away, muttering under his breath. Ah! Wow, she is big! Holy cow! When they were talking about how big she is, I did not realize just how big. Holy cow! I'm surprised I was the one, though. You would have thought Cal's the one who's been around her whole life. You would have thought Cal would have been the one to be like, no, wait, she's trained. Why did I have to come in? Cal, use your noggin, sir. Cal whoops and runs over to Socks and throws his arms around her neck. She trills in relief and taps her many feet against the ground, her body rippling like a wave. Solana, thank you, he cheers, then laughs as Socks sweeps him off his feet. The crowd disperses, though some hang around to watch and wonder as Cal plays with his dilly pillar friend. Maybe, I guess, but sheesh. 6. Oh wait. 9, 8, 8, 5, 2. Super. It's your 17th birthday. Oh God, we only have 2 years left to go. Well, according to the thingy that says our age, wherever it is. I don't know. It's somewhere. It's your 17th birthday, but it's not just your birthday. Quiet is a time of new growth, a celebration of life and hope, not just for this year, but for humanity's presence on Vertumna for years to come. You and your friends are the symbol of that hope. Quite literally, you are the future of humanity. As you're all beginning to take your places as adults in the colony, the council has decided to throw a party in your honor, the Vertumnan Youth Ball. Mars is organizing it, of course. You get an embossed invitation on real paper slipped under your door. Dancing is for dweebs. I guess I could go. You slip into some party clothes and head over to the lounge to celebrate. Well, yourselves. And yourself specifically. It is your birthday, after all. The lounge is all decked out. The decorations look expensive. Must have taken a lot of nanoprinter creds. Your friends are transformed too. Do we get to see them all in fancy outfits? Everyone is dressed up and looking like the young adults you're becoming. You can hardly recognize some of them. Mars. Aww. Wait, is that slightly different? I think it's. Is it? Mars catches your eye and waves, her bangles jingling joyfully. She looks like a model from her holo mags, every inch of her primped, painted, and perfumed. Solana, happy birthday! I'm glad you could make it, she says over the steady thrum of the music. Drinks are over there, make your song request to congruence, and take off your shoes. You look down at your boots, then back up at Mars, skeptically. She rolls her eyes and does a little bounce. Sock hop, just like Earth. Duh. Hi, Minsk. How are you? Sorry, I'm dying. And at the refreshment table, Cal is stuffing his face with party food, and Rex shoves 2 glasses of punch in your hands. Gotta stay hydrated, he says, pouring himself another glass. We'll be sweating it out one way or another. He winks at you. Don't let them fool you, Tangent mutters, ignoring you. She smears a glob of something pink and meaty looking on a cracker. It's a well-documented phenomenon that people are inexperienced with imbibing alcohol will begin to act as if they're drunk, even if they're completely sober. To Rex, she adds, I mean, of course, that I am not going to suffer any bad behavior. Rex grins as he pulls out a flask out of his vest and pours a healthy addition into his glass. Who says it's going to be an act? Let's get a little loose. Come on, it's a party. The music changes to something with a fast, pounding beat. Rex throws his head back and howls. Woo, it's time to dance! I say we should dance. You, Rex, and Mars take the dance floor. After a while, Nem follows, pulling Vase behind her. You all dance until it feels like your heart is going to burst. From excitement, from exertion, and from the sheer joy of throwing yourself around the room with your friends. Nomi, who's playing DJ with Congruence, spins up something a lot slower, more romantic. Grab a partner and pull him in close, they announce dreamily, or whatever distance you both feel comfortable with. Everyone. Oh, well, that's interesting. Everyone giggles awkwardly and shuffles around, feeling the intangible friction of teenage politics. Who dances with whom? Who makes the first move? Oh, Cal. Cal grins and holds you at a respectable distance, his strong shoulders forming a natural dancing frame for your arms. You're a little embarrassed that you're so sweaty. Cal never works up a sweat, but he just laughs and compliments your natural glow. On the dance floor, you bump into Nem and Vase, who have stopped dancing and skip directly to sucking face. Ah, that's cute! I'm glad they got together. That's adorable. Cal rolls his eyes. What, you don't want to join him in sucking face? I guess not. After the slow songs, Nomi spins Congruence's music library to something with a little more bounce to it. The dance floor once more floods with bodies ready to gyrate the night away. But the tunes are abruptly interrupted by Governor Lum's here speak, hijacking the feed. He strides to the stage, flanked by Security Chief Rhett. Everyone on the dance floor whines in unison at having some buzzkill adult stop the music, but Lum just raises his hands and smiles indulgently. Look at all of you, he says. Young pioneers. I look at you and I see the future. Not just of this colony, but of all humanity. You catch a few people rolling their eyes. You've heard this before. Rhett here, good man, a real good man, really. Best of the colony. Jesus Christ, that sounds awful familiar. Shared this poem from a great Earth poet. Lum continues. Now, I'm not one for poetry myself, but damn if it's not something I want to share with you kids tonight, on the eve of something really big. He clears his throat and reads from his hollow palm. We cannot tarry here. We must bear the brunt of danger. We, the youthful, sinewy races, all the rest on us depend. Down the edges, through the passes, up the mountain steep, conquering, holding, daring, venturing as we go the unknown ways. Pioneers, oh pioneers. If this is a song, I'm so sorry I don't know it. And I'm probably like messing up the timing of it. Hey, hey. We primeval forests felling, we the rivers stemming, vexing we and piercing deep the mines within, we the surface broad surveying, we the virgin soil upheaving, pioneers, oh pioneers. I mean, I don't really want to be. I'm going to silently mouth the word boring. Rhett looks a little pained, but Lum continues. What do you think that poem means, kids? He asks. Does it mean we should sit here in our colony, politely waiting for this planet to make space for us? He clenches his fist evocatively in the air. No, he exclaims. It means we need to get out there. We need to grab Vertumna by the balls and make it respect us. Oh, shit, this dude. Oh, really? He points to you specifically. I need you, the next generation, to lead the charge. This is your planet, and you're old enough now to defend it. I'm asking all eligible fighters to join squads massing at expeditions, to get out there and attack those monsters where they live. We're taking the fight to them. No more hiding behind our walls. To your left, Vase and Nem lead the cheering that erupts. Lum and Rhett leave, and the music spins back up again, but only a few die-hard partygoers still want to dance. Everyone else has broken into small groups to discuss the announcement. You are... I don't see, like... Why do we have to go destroy the rest of the planet? I'm kind of on the side of, like, we're fine here. Why don't we just keep our little space? This is bullshit, Cal exclaims, causing a few heads to turn. They're not even going to try to figure out why the animals are attacking us. They're just going to kill, kill, kill. He waves his arms over his head. Aren't we supposed to be better than that? Diz clearly agrees, though, much more quietly. They don't even know what's out there, he mutters. They have no idea what they're up against. The party fizzles out as everyone drifts away from the lounge. You return to your empty quarters, your birthday forgotten. You've always been told the colony was safe. Now, you know that time is over. I want to see more of my own outfit. I want to see like the cool like full body that everybody else gets, but for my character. My parents did die here. But I mean, we're stuck on this planet no matter what. Like, I don't think we can get home at this point. You spot Cal moving with purpose through the gardens. He stops and gives you a little wave. Hey, Solana. Where are you going? Cal shoulders the sack he's carrying. I'm taking some food to Socks, he replies. You want to come and see her? You do. It's been a while since you've seen the old girl. You and Cal go out past the walls to the pen they erected for Socks. Socks trills when she sees you both, unfurling her great body from where it's curled around the post in the middle of the pen. Her harness and lead jangle as she slithers over to Cal and twines around him. Hey, girl, Cal croons, as Socks sweeps him off his feet and onto the coils of her serpent-like body. Are you hungry? Socks vocalizes happily when Cal starts taking head-sized rocks out of his sack. He tosses them up to her, and she snaps them out of the air, pulverizing them into a shower of gravel with her massive jaws. You even do a few as well, lurching Cal on her back as she cavorts around her pen, chasing them. Whoa, Cal laughs, clutching her fringe. Easy there, it's a lot farther down than it used to be. Is it right to keep her tied up like this? Cal slips down from Sock's back and stands with his cheek pressed against her chest. I don't know, he murmurs, stroking her scales. She purrs, a bassy rumble like you can feel in your guts. It's better than letting her be killed, I guess, but it's kind of wrong that we're making her fight against other animals, he sighs. I don't know what to think, honestly. Cal, I know she's your pet, and same with the Vricky and the Mushberry. I think it would be better for them to be free. Nobody else wanting to talk? No? Everybody else just chill? Alright, let's go see if we can talk to Sim. Tell him of what this guy's plan is and see. Oh, Utopia, what's up? You report to the expedition's tent to find not just Utopia, but Security Chief Rhett and Vase as well. I just can't spare any more of my people, Utopia's explaining to him. You've already pulled almost all the foragers, and we're already running skint crews in the ridges as well. There's one person you can spare, Rhett replies, turning to face you. Hello, Solana. How'd you like to transfer onto one of my hunting parties? Utopia tells me you're one of her best explorers. We could use someone like you. He indicates Vase. I need someone who can keep up with this one. Vase puffs out his chest proudly. Why do we need to kill them? Vase laughs. Because they're killing us, Solana. Keep up. He clenches his fist. It's a classic struggle between humanity and nature, he says. Nature's not all flowers and rainbows. On Earth, everything and everyone was trying to kill each other. For survival, for food, hell, even just for fun. Isn't that why we left? I can't wait to bag a real trophy, Xeno, he chuckles, framing his hands like a painting on a wall. First 10-point buck on Vertumna. Nah, yeah, fuck you. That's the whole point. That's the whole reason we left Earth. I don't want to kill animals for fun. Rhett scowls at Vase. You won't be killing them for fun. You'll be killing them to defend the colony. Vase rolls his eyes. No. Vase scoffs. Even if it was trying to kill you? I know you Strato kids were soft. I didn't know you were suicidal, too. Boy, I will punch you in the face. You already lost in a battle with me. I will do it again. Not everyone's cut out for life or death situations, Red says, then turns to you. You know, Solana, it's not all killing, he continues. Sometimes it's about tracking and identifying dangerous creatures before they reach our walls. You wouldn't necessarily have to kill them. He holds up his hand. But you don't have to decide just yet. Talk to Utopia later if you change your mind. Fuck you, ain't helping you. Get out of here. Sim! You might want to be ready. I think they're coming after you. Well, not after you specifically, but... Boy, there's a lot of stuff out here. I'm sorry, little Vricky, but I need to talk to Sim first and foremost. You're enjoying a relatively uneventful second sun of taking readings for one of Utopia's geological surveys when your world shifts on an unnatural axis as Sim comes crashing seemingly out of thin air, grappling with a skyfish almost as big as he is. Look out, he calls to you, though it's far too late for that. The ground rushes up to meet you, and it's all you can do to close your eyes and protect your head. To make matters worse, in the ensuing tussle, they completely crush the delicate scanning equipment you just finished setting up. Utopia is going to be so upset. Oh, no. You survey the wreckage helplessly while Sim holds the skyfish at bay. The skyfish flops around pitifully, then springs back into the sky and flies away, trilling in distress. It didn't even look dangerous, really. Solana, Sim croaks, and you turn your attention to him. Blood is pouring from a wound on... Whoa! Blood is pouring from a wound on his chest, where one of the skyfish's spines must have pierced his otherwise perfect skin. It's the kind of thing that will definitely leave a scar. Or worse. Holding the wound closed, Sim smiles sheepishly. I guess my future sight isn't always 20/20. Are you gonna be okay? He waves dismissively with the hand that's not holding his ding-dang chest together. 'Tis but a flesh wound, he says and smiles. Did I say it right? It's from one of your Earth movies. I quite liked it. Monty Python. He coughs. He and I are similarly difficult to kill completely. He grins. You think it's just a coincidence that I'm always there at exactly the right time to save you? At night, when I'm asleep, he corrects himself. sometimes see visions of things that are going to happen, or at least that could happen. Didn't we have that at one point? My dreams aren't always true, Sim says, wincing as he applies pressure to the wound. The paths branch and converge. Time is more like a web than a line, I think. He smiles weakly. But always in the center, there's you. I can see the future too. You can, Sim laughs. Well, you must not be very good at it either. You try to explain. You tell him it's kind of like remembering, but in your dreams. It's happened ever since you were a little kid, like you're remembering things that haven't happened yet. You admit that some of them are pretty rough, like visions of people dying. Sim nods in agreement as you explain. Some gardeners have this ability, he says, but it takes hundreds, even thousands of years to develop. It seems you were born with it. I can't tell you how this future sight works, Sim continues. To be honest, I don't even know. But if you're curious, he's clearly grappling with something, and not just the sluggishly bleeding wound in his chest. His voice drops. You might look for answers under the light of the wormhole and glow, he confesses. You press him for more, but he begs you simply leave him to handle his injury in peace. Don't we need to tell him about what's happening? We are leaving the pedestal. Ah, we've done this. I think we're starting to get to quite a few repeats because we're getting near the end of the game, I believe. Squeeger Hive. Oh, damn you being locked. $91? Holy shite. Shoot. Yeah, that lock kind of screws me up bad. Eee. Not great, but it still works. You get in there and squeeze out some jelly from one of the Hive Queen's many holes. We have successfully gotten sap. Ooh, look at that face. Wow. Oh, it's because we're super stressed. Flow cow. Let's just milk one this time. And go home. Alright, does anybody want to talk? Doesn't look like it. Let's go relax in the fields. Or in the park. The garden is a peaceful place where you don't have to think about how the colony is always simmering about being at war against the creatures of Vertumna. You can just sit and empty your mind, smelling the sweet perfume of flowers and listening to the wind rustle the green grass. It's one place to find peace, even when it feels like everyone else is losing their minds. No. Those are both very good cards. Well, not very good. I guess the 2 isn't very good, but... Cal's gone. Cal, where'd you go? There's Diz, there's Mars, and Rex. Alright, I need to learn. Let's get some more empathy, creativity, persuasion, engineering, reasoning. Let's just get some more creativity. You hear a scuttling of metallic legs. What the heck? And a strange knee-high robot bursts into your engineering lab, going full tilt on its 6 spider legs, slams into a wall hard enough to knock itself down. Seems to be having trouble getting back up again and is flailing its metal legs around dangerously. Put it back out in the hall? Ouch! Accidentally slashes you with a leg while scrambling to find purchase. Stupid robot. Congruence's TV thingy wheels in squeakily as the robot runs off down the hall. Sorry about that, she chirps. I'm so close to getting its new movement algorithm online. I'll have the Robovax corner it, and we can try again. Working with robots is just so hard with no hands, she continues, wheeling back and forth in a display of frustration. This was much easier when Hal was here. I miss him. Hi, Malice! How are you? Congruence doesn't need to clear her throat. Haha, I do, though. But you get the distinct impression she's simulating it anyway. Ahem. Well, if you know anyone who loves to tinker with bots, let them know I need a helper. Oh, I'm just one away. Damn it. How am I so close yet so far? That one's actually closer. There we go. Close enough. I do too. But, I mean, as of right now, it's mostly just sniffles and kind of a sore, like, scratchy throat. So, even if I have this for con, I think I'll be okay. I'll just have to take more breaks. I won't have to go to all the 50 million photo shoots I always want to go to. I'll be honest, I've been going to this con for, like, shit, over 20 years now. And I've been to, like, maybe one panel, because all I ever do is wander through Dealer Hall, Artist Alley, take pictures of people in cosplay, and go to all the photo shoots.
Stop it. Get some help.
There's no one to help me. I mean, my mom helps. She helps me sew. So. It's pollen time. Oh, Cal wants to talk. What's up, Cal? You're looking around for Cal when you overhear him just around the other side of the geoponics dome. For the last time, leave me alone. Doesn't sound good. You get closer and find Cal facing down Rhett and Vase. They've cornered him, their body language calm and relaxed, while Cal's so angry he's almost shaking. Cal, please listen to us, Rhett says, spreading his hands. We're not here to conscript you. I can't force you to join the army. All I'm saying is that I need good, loyal, strong young men like you out there on the front lines. Rhett smiles. You're a good boy, Cal. I admire your passion for peace and your dedication to fighting for it. That's why I'm here, asking you to help me protect the colony. Protect the colony, Cal spits. That's such a lie. You're not protecting anything. You're just slaughtering defenseless animals in their homes. It's disgusting. Hey, Vase retorts, taking a step forward with his fist raised. Show some respect. Cal squares up like he's ready to take the hit. For who? He asks, voice sharp. Psychopaths like you? Vase roars and looks like he's about to take a swing, but Red holds him back with one raised hand. Vase slinks back to Red's side, glowering at Cal. I can tell you need a bit more time, Red says. I just wanted you to know that my door is always open if... Get lost, Cal says, cutting Rhett off. Rhett looks surprised. I'm not interested. I never will be. Face looks like he's about to lip off again, but Rhett speaks before he can. All I ask is that you help keep it in the back of your mind, Cal. When you come around, I'll be happy to talk about your options. With that, they leave. Vase gives you a scathing look as they pass. He looks like he's going to cry. Cal sits down heavily on the sack of fertilizer he must have been carrying before Vase and Rhett cornered him. This isn't even the first time, he mutters, his face in his hands. They're really dead set on me getting me to join the hunting parties. I told them I don't want to kill anything, and Rhett was like, it's okay, you can just tell us how to kill them. He looks up, exasperated. Like that's any better. I wish they'd leave you alone. Me too, Cal sighs. They have a real messed up idea of what it means to serve the colony. Like, who do they think grows their food? Ghosts? Cal picks at a loose thread on the sack he's sitting on. Man, this whole war is light speed stupid, he mutters. Lum and his people come crashing in here. They think they run the place because they have bombs and guns, and nobody stops to think, like, maybe we're actually the invasive species here. We need to live in harmony with nature. I mean, it would be nice. I mean, we have to. It would be nice to figure out why the animals like all of a sudden decide to attack us during glow. But if we could figure that out, then we'd be fine. I'm glad you agree, Cal says. I just feel like we showed up and plopped ourselves right in the middle of the food web, Cal continues. And we didn't even think for a second about the chaos that would cause on the ecosystem. We owe it to this planet to do our best to try to understand. Cal looks out towards the walls. Maybe the answer is out there, he says quietly. You go on expeditions a lot, right? Can you keep an eye out for, like, the answer to everything? Yeah, that's not a tall order or anything, Cal. Yeah, I'll just figure out everything. Cal's shoulders slump in a sigh, and he pushes himself to his feet. Man, I wish I could still talk about this stuff with Anemone, he says, slinging the sack of fertilizer over his broad shoulders again. You can see why Rhett wanted to get him in Defense Force so badly. I miss her, Cal admits. I miss that we used to be so close when we were kids. He shakes his head. But she's gone all human supremacist now. And I just can't stomach that, you know? Aw, poor Cal. You want a flower? Biology 80. What am I at? 75. Oh, I'm almost that. I'm going to give you a crystal because I have 7 of those. Neat, Cal exclaims, taking your gift and peering at it inquisitively. Hey.
Why were you dehydrated? Why are you dehydrated?
Cause I ran out of water. All right, I'll go refill my can of water. Let's see. There's Vase, there's Nem, Nomi, Rex is Mars. Okay. Let us go learn some thingies. If I knew how to make I know how to put tea leaves in hot water and stir with a little bit of sugar and honey. That's about the extent of my potion making. Congruence asks you to take a stack of blank paper and a box of pencils from the classroom nano printer and pass them out to the class. Today, we will be practicing our handwriting, she announces. You hear Tangent groan beside you. But Congruence, she whines, why would we ever need to write by hand when we have hollow palms? This exercise will be part history lesson, part future skill, Congruence tells the class. In the future, you may not always have access to hollow palm technology. Our replicators and computers will break down eventually, and when they do, you will have to rely on low-tech solutions to everyday tasks. So first lesson, how to correctly hold a pencil. Wow. You and the other students get to work learning how to print by hand. It's a little bit like holding a stylus, but the texture is all wrong. Your letters are small and cramped, and you have trouble keeping them in a straight line. Tang, though, is suffering the worst. Ha! Mars laughs. Looks like we finally found something Tang isn't good at. Look, she's keeping mixed up her lowercase a's and e's. Tang is used to using a stylus with her hollow palm, but she's never actually drawn the letters. She fumbles like a child, bashing her fists against the hollow palm for the first time. It's painful to watch. You can tell she's getting more frustrated with each letter. Mars, on the other hand, has lovely penmanship. She can even write in cursive. My papa taught me when I was little, she says, showing off her paper. Cultured people know how to write for real. I'll help you, Tang. I don't need your help, Tang sneers. Fine. Damn. She hates being bad at something, but being patronized is even worse. Just let me do it myself, she grumbles, balling up her 5th piece of paper and tossing it on the floor. Mars laughs, but after a few minutes of tense silence, she looks over Tang's work. You're pressing too hard, Mars tells her softly. Loosen your grip. It's different from typing in the air with a stylus. Try moving with your shoulder instead of your wrist and fingers. Tang takes a deep breath and tries again. Slow and deliberate, Mars nods and slides closer, putting her hand over Tang's and guiding her pencil on the paper. There, see? You're getting it, she murmurs. Tang's cheeks go pink. After a minute, Tang eases her tension, and her writing starts to flow more naturally. Uh, thanks, she stammers, pushing her chair away from Mars. Are you guys the next couple? I could see it. 9, 6, 6, 5, 3. All right, let's go see what we can see on the outside world. Beside an egg. There is a boss event remaining in forging, so we should probably do that. These two seem like a bitch couple that no one wants to invite places. Well, that's not very nice. Ah, Sim wants to talk again, so that's good. You think you see Sim running through the trees up ahead near the edge of a cliff. You call out to him, but your voice is drowned out by a screeching roar that shakes the forest. A manticore. You're feeling a remarkable lack of self-preservation today, so you holster your scanner and follow the noise through the trees. To find Sim fending off not one, but 3 manticores at the edge of the cliff, his back to the fatal drop behind. He's bleeding profusely from his hairline, and his left arm hangs useless at his side. He doesn't even register your presence as he tries to calm the beast with soothing sounds. One of the manticores knocks Sim off his feet, and your heart lurches as a spray of stones clatter down the cliff. The beasts have him completely at their mercy. The lead manticore's delicate feet pin Sim's tattered clothing to the ground. Spittle drooling from its misshapen jaws, you watch Sim's expression twist with an emotion you've never seen in him before. Fear. This is gonna be hard, but it's okay because I got like a million of these little things. We will manage. Oh, fucking locked card. God damn it, in the worst freaking spot. Eight, 7, 6. Okay, so we need 9, 8, 6, 7. Whoo, we did it! We're saving Sim! Somehow, using all of your strength and then more, you defeat the lead manticore. Dang, that was fast! Look at all those hearts. The 2 smaller ones scatter, hissing their displeasure and biting at each other. With the death of their alpha, negotiating their new pack dynamics should distract them for a while. Are you okay? Sim waves you off with the arm that doesn't hang limp at his side. I'm fine, he gasps. I feel pain, but it does not control my behavior as much as it seems to in humans. You and Sim both collapse into the dirt, breathing hard. Your head is spinning with adrenaline and a little bit of blood loss, to be honest. And as you look over at Sim, he looks similarly stunned. That was impressive, Solana, he says. I had no idea you were such an adept warrior. It's thrilling, actually. His gaze drops to your mouth, then back to your eyes. I'm sorry, Sim. I am spoken for. Maybe in a different run. Trust me, it's not you. Well, I'm glad that's over. You're both startled by a crashing sound from the trees. One of the 2 remaining manticores breaks through the tree line and roars at you, blood and spittle spraying from its ravenous jaws. There's no sign of the other, clearly lesser manticore. Run! Sim gasps, pulling you both to your feet. He gives you a push and you start running parallel to the cliff, trying to get some distance before it's safe to duck back into the trees. You don't hear Sim behind you. You whirl around just in time to see Sim clash with the manticore, grappling with its huge front claws as it pushes him closer to the edge of the cliff with dancer-like strength. Go! Sim yells. Rocks scatter down the cliff by his feet. Please, Solana, just go! You don't even have a chance to be a hero. The manticore takes Sim's neck in its jaws, and he screams in pain. Sim, no! Oh my gosh! Sims locks eyes with you once more as time slows to a crawl, then speeds up as he grabs hold of the manticore and launches himself backwards off the cliff. They're gone before you can scream. You rush to the edge, too late to catch even his trailing, tattered coat. It's a long way down, and the wind buffets your face viciously. You try to blink away the images of their bodies falling through the air, now seared into your memory. You turn away from the smudges at the bottom of the cliff, but you still see it. You sit down, stunned, and stay that way for a long time. How can he be gone, just like that? Dead. Shit. Oh, that sucks so bad. There won't be any funeral for him, the alien who would be human. It's not like you can bring his remains home to be properly recycled. It's a small comfort that at least out here it won't be long until nature takes its course. Sim would probably have wanted that, you think. With a heavy heart, you return to the transport station. You just want to go home. That sucks. Can you imagine romancing him and then watching him, like, kissing him and then watching his ass die? Dude, that sucks so bad. Okay, anybody want to talk? Mars, I can't really see you up there, but I'm assuming not, because you never want to talk to me. Sim is... what? Diz doesn't believe you when you tell him, But I just saw him. You're lying. He can't be dead. He refuses to listen and just keeps repeating that you must be wrong. Well, I'm going back out to check anyway. I want to see... Excuse me, little Vricky. Oh, he really is gone. Dang. Really? He's just like, he's actually gone? Man. I'll follow this entire trail. Oh shit, it's a manticore. I'll steal your egg, and then I'm gonna fight you. I know, I'm sad. That sucked. You come across a terrible scene. A manticore has cornered a little hopeye and is playing with it, batting it around and catching it over and over. The hopeye is screeching in terror. It's a horrible thing to watch. Break up the fight. Fuck you, manticore. I'm mad at you. It's time for you to die. You quietly climb up into a tree first. Manticores can't climb trees. You're pretty sure you remember hearing that. You'll try to scare the attacker away by hooting and throwing rocks. You put on your scary face and try to frighten it away. The manticore is so annoyed by your throwing rocks and making a ruckus that it turns its attention to you. It roars in anger. Shivers of fear run up your spine. That's definitely a better scary face than yours. The hopeye, who had been playing dead, suddenly leaps to its feet and bounds off into the jungle. The manticore is now very angry with you. It rears up and digs its claws into your tree. You hold on for dear life as the tree shakes. It roars and rustles its mane at you, pacing back and forth under the tree. Then it sniffs around where the hop eye had been, grunts one last time in frustration, and wanders off into the jungle. You stay in that tree for another full hour before you dare come down. Scary, but you saved that little hop eye's life. Yeah, now I'm at war with any and all manticores now. It's on sight. Look at how angry I am. This year's Vertumnalia is ushered in with a big military band, horns and drums, supplemented by recordings of parade music from Earth. Governor Lum strides out of command on a grand red carpet and ascends the stage to a raucous applause. "Thank you, everyone," he calls out over the din. "Look at you! Look at this colony, finally truly united! All it took was a common enemy," he declares. "I look at you, beautiful people, you strong people, you good human people." Are you kidding me right now? "And I see a fire in your eyes. I see courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to say, Vertumna, do you hear me?" He raises his arms and roars, "Do you hear me, Vertumna? We humans aren't going to hide anymore." I bet this guy is all for the wall between us and Vertumna, right? That's just the vibes I get from this dick. Lum gestures for Security Chief Rhett to join him on stage, then continues. Humans. Ultimately, the downfall of everything good. Humans. Hi, Kuro! Hi, Kuro Peach! How are you? The original fugitive colonists got it wrong. In Roman mythology, Vertumnus was the god of cultivation, not of rampant chaotic growth. He clenches his hand into a fist. "We need to clear the field before we can plow it. Vertumna won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated." Rhett crosses his arms and nods his agreement. Maybe there's more to this plan than Lum is letting on. Lum descends from the stage and does a receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. In the vacuum left by his presence, Chief Administrator Seek takes the podium and clears their throat. Yup, that's exactly right. Ahem. I want to announce that this will be the last year that festival contests will be held. What? A sound of protest rises from the crowd, and near the front Lum, she just shrugs theatrically and mouths, "Not my fault." Seek looks down at him pointedly, then continues, "This war will use our colony resources at a tremendous rate, including the most valuable, time." Lum takes the stage again and soothes the crowd. "I do have some good news," he declares. "Starting today, the colony's going to be granting requests from people who want to have children." A happy murmur burbles through the crowd. "Yes, that's right. It's time to start on the next generation of Vertumnans and secure a future for our children." Lum pumps his fist in the air. "Humans, humans, humans." First they took animals, then they took the hybrids. Anyway, about this war on nature. "I think it's stupid," Cal says immediately. "I know survival here is important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here." Mars rolls her eyes. "Duh, of course you'd think that," she mutters. "Personally, I think Lum is a total nullhead. He's not that much older than me. What is he, like 24, and everyone listens to him?" She flips her hair over her shoulder. "They should listen to me instead. I'd vote for Mars over Lum any day. I don't even like Mars." Finally, you're all called to participate in the games, the last ones, maybe forever. If this war on nature never ends, you'll probably be an adult. As your friends all separate into their usual games, you realize that this may be the last time that you just get to be kids. What do you choose? I'm skipping the games. You head off to the wall. Diz is already there, having slipped away sometime during the speeches. "I hate this colony," he mutters. "I don't want to live on this planet anymore." After the festivities, everyone is supposed to take a few days vacation. You and your friends relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the humans' offensive against the planet. Cal would like to speak. It's hot and humid inside the geoponics bay, making your clothes stick to your skin as you look around for Cal. Eventually, you see him, his back turned to you as he lifts bags of fertilizer into a wheelbarrow. You call out to him as you approach, and he turns to you with a beaming smile. Solana, he greets you. I was hoping I would see you today. As you open your mouth to respond, you hear a quiet crack and a hiss from nearby. Oh, Bud, watch out, Cal says, stepping between you and what you realize too late is a humidity sprinkler. Cal laughs as he blasted by a cloud of mist. For one perfect moment, he looks as if he's been outlined with 1,000 rainbows. Ah, dip, Cal whines, smiling as he shakes out his hair and flips it back over his shoulder. I'm just imagining this all in slow motion. Like he's flipping his hair around and he's soaking wet and he's got like kind of a light colored shirt. I should have let you take that one, but your clothes would have gotten wet. He stands up straighter as your gaze passes over his body. He's really grown into himself as a thing. Before your eyes, a droplet of water bravely winds its way from the rise of his chest and down the rippling muscles of his abdomen to where it disappears into the shirt tied around his waist. Ooh! Cal tilts his head, his smile turning a little teasing. He flexes his biceps at you. Hell yeah! Caught you looking. Dude, you're blinding me. Put a shirt on. Of course I am. Have you seen yourself? Cal's face goes completely red as he laughs and drops the pose. Ah, geez, Solana, he says, ducking his head. You can just barely see the edge of his smile. You can't just say things like that. He scuffs the dirt, rubbing the back of his neck bashfully. He does know what he's doing. He starts, then laughs again. His smile turns soft. I like your hair? It's really pretty. You really caught him off guard, but he doesn't seem to mind. Calmy leans in. Can I tell you a secret? He asks. I'm not actually too hot in here. My enhancement means I'm always the right temperature. I don't even sweat. I just like taking my shirt off. Like beating the crap out of each other and playing soldier isn't the only way to get a rockin' bod, you know? Oh, you know. You know really well. Solana, calm down. You spend an enjoyable afternoon helping Cal deliver bags of fertilizer to every corner of Hydroponics Bay. When the job's done, he claps you on the back. Oof, he's as strong as he looks. Cal chatters at you about his plans for the rest of the week as you leave the hydroponics lab. The relatively cooler, drier air of Vertumna hits you like a slap. But of course, Cal doesn't look bothered at all. Race you to the cafeteria, he teases you, before taking off down the path. You yell and run after him, causing a ruckus that makes a few adults shake their heads fondly at you as you tear through the colony side by side. Dang. Not that I think I want to talk to anybody else after that. Like, what more could I possibly want? You know what, Nomi? We haven't talked in a little bit. Is there anything we can talk about? My mom and dad asked if I was getting serious with anyone. Nomi says, wrinkling their nose. Gross-a-rooney, right? Totally gross-a-rooney. Absolutely. Don't look at... Don't. Yeah, just gross. That's not even... Hey, is it just me or is everyone here just like light speed hot? Rex says. Seriously, is it something in the water? Because, ooh, dang. Rex lets out a little howl and then laughs, clapping you on the back. Present company included. We could help him build something? That's kind of cool. I'm kind of curious what Diz has to say about the matter. Sim is... Oh, he's still upset about Sim. I am too, man. Yeah, Nomi's all, ew, and Rex is like, hell yeah, I'm ready. Alright. We have done almost all of these interactions, I think. I think we whispered back last time too, so. 63! 2, 2, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 6, 4, 4, 4. What? Got a 43 out of 21, still only 2 stars. God dang. Eat one, plant the other. I'm very sad that Sim is gone. I really expected there to be something more with Sim, or maybe I fucked something up. That could also be the case. Berry bushes. Research the berry bushes, because damn it. They're explosive berry bushes. I know this. Set them off from a safe distance. Because I thought last time, seeing as we knew they were explosive, that we could harvest them as explosives, but I guess not. You shield yourself behind a tree and throw rocks at the bushes until with a satisfying pop, 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 the explosive berries begin to trigger in a chain reaction. Each burst sends seeds flying in all directions, like shrapnel, setting off nearby berry bushes. You then carefully cut a path through the thicket and continue on your way. We can do one more thing. We are so stressed. Dude, this is such a good photo, though. I'm sorry, I will never shut up about how good the artwork is in this game. I believe, and I'm not 100% positive, I believe they just opened pre-orders for, like, keychains for this game, right? Did I see that? A trippet. Note its location and move on because we don't want to hurt it. Because last time we tried to harvest it and it hurt the plant. I'm hoping we can get through one more glow before I have to go. Because I do still have to leave at like 2 o'clock. They did. I kind of want to get... I think I might order one of the keychains. Because, like, come on. Like... Come on, it's gorgeous. You spend some time with mushberries. Apparently humans didn't... Oh, wait, we read that one already. Alright, give me something good to go. You know, I haven't seen that card in a while, so we'll forget it anyway. Now we're on to early wet. I feel like I need a little bit more persuasion. There's a helicopter outside. You're heading back to your quarters at the end of the day, and as you pass by the med bay, you hear shouts and scrambling from within. Several surveyors have come back with serious wounds, not the usual broken limbs and sunstroke. One of them is holding a towel to her own leg, staunching blood flow from a massive animal bite. Another looks nearly blinded from acid. Looks like chaos in there. Oh shoot, I can help because I know biology. I know nothing of nursing, but apparently I know biology. Gosh, it's a good thing you were here. Triaging and getting the most badly wounded into the med beds is difficult, and the others need traditional medical attention while they wait. It's hectic, stressful work, but you're able to keep your head and provide assistance. Good work in there, Solana, Chief Engineer Instance says. You know, with how the colony's grown, I could use an assistant nurse here. Someone I can trust to take care of things while I'm working in the lab. Come back next month and give me a hand if you're interested. I am but a forager, ma'am. Oh, damn. Oh, this is... Oh, I'm stupid. I'm doing this all wrong. I thought this was another one of the 3-tier one, like where it's like, okay, you do 1, 2, and then 3 level. No, that was just the 1. I was not paying attention enough. New perk! I can shop for clothes? Excuse me. Hold the phone. Make sure no one wants to talk real quick. Cal, I can't see you over there. Nope, okay. To the depot! A superhero cape. Plus 20 persuasion. Plus 10 to all skills? Dang. 2 times the bonus for straights. I don't think I really need that much brave. Well, I mean, I'm pretty brave, but that's 2 times the bonus for straights is pretty good. And plus 10 to all skills is also very good. Okay, hold on. Cards, gear. I need another gear spot is what I need. Okay, plus 30 to bravery. Oh, I didn't read that. That's plus to all yellow skills. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb. Shit. You like my instance voice? My very nasally, smart old woman voice. Damn. Okay, well, let's go with that. All right. But knowing that, we need a little bit more persuasion. Oh, I can assist in the med bay. And I gain empathy. Fuck yeah. You report for your first shift as Dr. Instis's nursing assistant. I feel like the superhero cape was better. I feel like. Maybe it's just me. I thought it was. And now because I can guess it myself. You report for your first shift as Dr. Instis's nursing assistant. Instis was never supposed to be the literal doctor for everyone in the colony. All the colony's medical needs were supposed to be covered by the med beds, and then eventually with trained medical professionals from your generation. With the growing number of wounded and sick, it's pulling Instis's attention away from her actual work in the lab, hence why she needs the help. I'm a doctor, not a physician, Instant grumbles as she swipes through her hollow palm to give you access to the medbay systems. I can study the local xenofauna so it stops killing us, or I can treat burns and upset tummies. I can't do both. There, she says, as the haptics on your hollow palm pulse. You should have access. Now don't bother me for anything less than a cranial bleed. It's a med bed, not a jar of leeches. Just follow the instructions and push the right buttons. You need something. Ask congruence. Congruence beams at you from her hollow monitor. Can you handle that? Fitz. I can handle anything. That's the spirit. Oh, wait. That's the spirit, Congruent chirps. It's you and me, Solana. High five. You gently bonk Congruence's panel with your open palm, and she laughs. There are no patients today, so you're going to brush up on your first aid training. Every colonist gets first aid training starting in their early teens. Lungs gotta breathe, heart's gotta beat, blood should stay inside the body. Check. You run through quiz scenarios with Congruence for a whole week. CPR, elevate and put pressure on wounds, wrap broken bones, flush eyes with water, leave foreign objects in, and be real careful with neck injuries. Fun fact, Congruence informs you, in the field, your hollow palm can discharge its batteries all at once as a makeshift defibrillator. First aid is important, but the goal is just to get the person stable long enough to bring them here to a med bed. That's where you and Dr. Instance will take over. You'll be fine. It might only be a matter of life and death. No biggie. Yeah, just life and death. 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 14. 3 stars. Ooh, it's late wet. Oh, pay to remove cards in the quarters spa? Oh, fancy. I feel like a lot of these were things I should have gotten a while ago, and I just didn't do anything but get strong. No? Nothing to say? Okay. I actually kind of like working in the med bay, because you get empathy and something else. Tang flies you down in the hallway. Oh, Solana, do you have a moment? You go out on expeditions sometimes, right? She asks. At least far more than I do, or would ever wish to. So, would you mind doing me a favor? Depends. What is it? It's a small thing, really, and I'm to understand it's not terribly dangerous either, Tang replies. I simply need you to bring me some hop-eye eggs the next time you come across a nest out there. I would ask Diz, but, well, she makes an evocative, dismissive gesture. I guess I'll keep an eye out for him. That's all I ask, Tang replies primly. They're quite common, if the reports from the forages are to be believed. They tell me that they commonly find nests in the Valley of Vertigo. It's positively lousy with them. Lousy with them? 8, 7, 4, 2, 4. Just barely. And now it's glow. Cal's over there. I assume Nem. Yep. Doors are closed. Wait, I was supposed to go outside during glow. That's what Sim told me. Damn it. Is there still a way to sneak out? No, I don't think there is. Diz, do you know a way to sneak out? Diz is standing stock still, staring out into the wilderness. Doesn't matter what we do or how hard we fight, he mutters. Nature's gonna win in the end. It always does. Okay, cool. That doesn't help me. No, it won't let me leave. Because Sim told me that I needed to look up at the vortex, but it doesn't. All my options are empty because it says glow is no time to be exploring. It's far too dangerous. The gates are closed and survey expeditions halted until the light returns in a few weeks. So I can't get out. I thought maybe Diz would know a secret way to get out, but I don't think there is one anymore. To the med bed! Nem comes in with a training injury, a gouge that runs from her knee to her ankle. Yeah, that's what I would have thought, because he specifically told me to go out there. So I was like, okay, well, next glow, I should go out there. Another event is the trigger. Oh. She hobbles in with a big smile. This one's going to be kick-ass, she crows as you help her get into the med bed. The med beds are miraculous technology. Combined with genetic modifications made to your body, they can cure diseases and make your cells regenerate quickly, repairing even the most mangled limbs. If it's still attached to your body, the medbed can heal it. Then why didn't it heal my dad? For Nem, though, her genetic mutation means that instead of regenerating smooth new skin, she gets rough blue scales instead, much stronger than human skin. Nem flicks the dials on the control panel and fiddles with the angle on the lamp overhead. Seriously, this thing is more comfortable than my bed. It's worth more than the whole ship, too, Instant snaps, so don't break it. Nem pulls her hand in with an awkward giggle. You connect to the medbed with your holopalm and see the interface and diagnostics there. It's a confusing mess of readouts and buttons. The user's manual is ridiculously obtuse. You ask Instance for help, but she just scoffs. I don't have time or the temperament to walk you through it. I learned how to use it myself, so can you. Just don't break it. I will press the correct buttons because I'm good at biology. It's really very intuitive if you have half a brain for it. You figure out the machine with zero problems. The sun lamp turns on. The monitor says, "Please lie still for 2 hours," Nem groans. "It's gonna take forever," she complains. "Stay with me a while?" You end up staying the whole time, keeping Nem company. It doesn't even tell me what it is? How am I supposed to know? That's kind of crazy. I figured once I put it up there, the card would at least tell me what it is. Ah, good old glow. You're just putting your boots on to grab dinner in the lounge when you hear the colony's sirens begin to wail. It's the yearly attack. Ugh, they couldn't have waited until you ate dinner? Rude. Outside your window, you watch the colony defense begin to mobilize. Your hollow palm chimes with the usual reminders for all civilian colonists to stay indoors. And when have I ever listened? Never. You head to the garrison to grab a plas rifle, then report to the front. Chief Rhett looks surprised to see you, but assigns you to a squad with Nem and tells you to get up on the walls and do your best. On the other side of the walls is more Xenos than you've seen in one place ever. They seethe out of the forest, large and small, herbivorous and predatory, fungal and otherwise, flying and crawling and hopping towards the colony with a single-minded determination. The air fills with the phew, phew of laser turrets and the crackle of plas rifles. The enemy's front line collapses, only to be replaced by even more Xenos, just as many as before, if not more. There's no end to it. The firebreak turns into a graveyard of dead and dying alien bodies, wave after wave crawling over the corpses until they roil at the base of the walls like the foam on a wave when it hits the shore. You hear the walls creaking underneath you, but they hold strong. There is no sun to set in glow, but night falls on the battlefield without any break in the fighting. Your fingers begin to cramp from pulling the trigger of your plas rifle. Finally, you're relieved that by the second guard shift, you walk straight into the garrison and right into a dreamless sleep. You're awoken 6 hours later for your next shift. The kitchens have provided the soldiers with pressed soy rations and hot blep tea, which you grab then make your way back to the walls to survey the carnage of the night. As you arrive, your hollow palm lights up with a priority message. "Security personnel, we are under siege," the security chief says, getting right to the point. "On Earth, sieges were used to break a city by starvation or drought. We have plenty of food and water. Guards will rotate 6 hours on, 6 off. So long as we keep the Xenos on the other side of the wall, we can hold them off for days. Weeks, even. Weeks!" Everyone exchanges exhausted looks. He pauses, then adds, "We can do this. We're stronger than them, and we're not going anywhere." You and the other soldiers fall into a fitful rhythm, alternating shifts on the wall with brief snippets of sleep. Gunfire becomes the soundtrack of your days, which begin to smear together like paste. Nem, in particular, is suffering. She volunteers for relief shifts, sometimes pulling doubles or triples on the wall. You catch her mechanically shoveling soy porridge into her mouth before seeming to fall asleep sitting up. A minute later, she jolts awake as someone's spoon clatters against their bowl. Tempers grow short as fatigue sets in. 6 days pass. You're on shift, watching the Xenos batter themselves against the walls. You feel your eyes unfocus at the sheer formless horde of them. In all these days, they still haven't breached the colony. Sometimes they seem to retreat, ebbing backwards and reforming somewhere else. It's behavior you've never seen before. A group of monsters breaks from the tree line, nothing new except for one of them. One of the Xenos looks different from the others, almost humanoid. What is that thing? Oh, snap. The creature looks suspiciously like a person, at least from the waist up. Down below, it's a lumbering chimera vaguely reminiscent of a faceless, wrapped in tattered bits of flesh and bony protrusions. Something like hair flutters behind it as it turns and looks right at you with an unnerving, malevolent intelligence. You rub your eyes. Yeah, it's still there. It approaches to the base of the wall, and the other monsters surge forward on to pound at the gates. It is kind of friend shaped. I don't know about this part being friend shaped. Uh, you wave to it, and the creature sneers, and to your surprise, approaches the wall. "Little weed," they address you in a halting, rasping voice. Everything seems to go quiet nearby as you strain to understand this talking horror. "Child of breeding rabbits, feral pig, kudzu." Its unnervingly human gaze pierces you. "Introduce species. You understand?" You wonder if you're hallucinating. Is it holding a gun? You slowly nod yes. You understand the words, at least. I am Noctilucent, the monster says through a voice box that seems better suited to guttural roars than human language. A gardener. Designation pest control. I perform my task unlike gardener symbiosis. Sim. Yes, now that they're standing still, you can see at the seed of Sim's slightly inhuman features staring back at you. Their hair is a bit like Sim's as well, as if it's actually alive somehow, waving in a wind that isn't there. Why are you trying to kill us? Who are you talking to? You jump as Nem sneaks up behind you, and when you look back, Noctilucent is gone. Delusions. Ooh, that's a -1. Fuck, why would I want that? Nobody. You shake your head and mumble something about needing sleep. You promise Sim you wouldn't talk about the gardeners. She nods and pats your shoulder. This siege is getting to everyone, Solana. It's okay. Finally, after the 6th day of the siege, you look down the sights of your plasma rifle to see a curious thing. The monsters are retreating. As you gather with the other soldiers in the colony square, your hollow palm lights up with a priority announcement from Governor Lum. The aliens attackers have been defeated, he says. The siege has ended. Lum smiles broadly and puffs out his chest. Another year, another win. You're welcome, Vertumna. You're welcome, humanity. You're welcome, you hear, and see Chief Rhett nearby looking livid. What did he do? He rants to his security officers. Race out there like an idiot with his honor guard, defend strategically unsound positions, put himself in danger so we had to save his overstuffed ass? The soldiers all shift uncomfortably, but no one disagrees. And when I actually needed him, Rhett continues, taking his 12-hour beauty rest while the rest of us slogged through endless shifts. The soldiers are exhausted from the siege, so the crowd in the square disperses quickly. Only a few Helios remain, covertly filming Rhett while he continues to rail against Lum. On the horizon, the first rays of quiet streak the sky with that lavender. You watch Utopia's reclamation crew head out through the gates to begin vaporizing xenocorpses for their component molecules. That night, you have terrible dreams. You imagine that you're sieging the colony, that you're a creature crawling in the mud on your belly, the ozone crackle of plasma rifle arcing overhead. With your taloned claws, you rip into the walls like they're made of clay, stuffing choking handfuls of it in your mouth. In a moment of lucidity, you try to pull the clay from your throat, but no matter how hard you pull, it just never ends.
Each time when I come here, I am abused.
You jolt awake when you realize you've been pulling your own guts out of your throat. Ew. Just a dream. You're shaking and coated in a film of terror sweat, your heart pounding. You don't find sleep again before dawnbreak. We're 18! We have 93 friendship with Cal, 50 with Diz, 38 with Nem, 23 with Tan, 7 with Base, and 4 with Nomi Nomi. We've only got 2 more years left. Does anybody want to talk? Well, I'm going to talk to Cal either way. Do you ever think about Tammy? Cal asks you as you both lean back against the fence and watch the shadows creep across the garden path. He takes a long pull of his canteen and sighs. I don't know. I don't want to be a downer, man, but it's so sad, you know? It's been, what, 7 years? He scrubs his hand through his hair. We're all totally different people than we used to be. I wonder what kind of person she would have grown up to be. What are you working on? Oh, a radioactive plant. Cal is looking a little sickly. Well, I found this really pretty flower growing in the garden. I've never seen it before. You take a look at it and soon begin to feel sick yourself. Wait, is this plant radioactive? What? It's radioactive, Cal says, backing up quickly. Good thing you knew that. What do we do? You're not sure, but if you study it in the geoponics lab, you might be able to figure out how to neutralize the radiation. Poor Tammy. I need a break soon. But let's see if we can research that thingy, maybe? You've been studying the sponge cake you found out in the Valley of Vertigo in that oddly squishy trampoline-y ground. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're that close to something radioactive that makes you immediately nauseous, you might as well just keep holding it, because you're not making it past the next, like, little bit. As you suspected, it is a type of fungus. The analysis bench tells you it contains edible starches. Once dried and processed with a maturing agent, acidic spark snow would work nicely. It will make a wonderful flour. The challenge now is to cultivate it. It makes multiplies quickly, and you've seen how it stops anything else from growing near it. You plant the sponge cake in a special field, quarantined on the other side of the geoponics domes from the rest of the crops. By the end of the month, you can already tell that it's taken root and will start producing viable food soon. Hopefully, you can squeeze a harvest out of what you planted before dust comes. Many of the earth crops grow through dust and need to be harvested before wet. This means the colony has more food available year round. It's going to be an incredible boon! Yay! Those med beds really are magical. Won't have a problem what? I feel like I wouldn't have a problem romancing Cal, because I feel like if Tammy was still alive, they were so close, I feel like they would have been, like, the couple. Oh, no, Sim, why? Oh, shit. I knew that they had like the gender reassignment because about reading about that for Tang in the beginning, but I didn't know it went that far. You roll out of bed at noon because you're allowed to, because it's your birthday, but also because you're exhausted. You barely slept at all last night. You've been having these nightmares since the siege, more and more every night, like they're trying to tell you something urgent. You can't make any sense of it. All the imagery is jumbled together, all these possibilities and timelines and things that might happen. Some nights you wake up in a cold sweat, a scream already in your throat. You sit on the edge of your bed, run a hand through your hair, and check your hollow palm. A few people wished you happy birthday, but that's all. You guess you're getting older. Birthdays aren't as important as they used to be. Right, and Mars wants to meet you for lunch in the lounge today. You'll have to practice your smile. That is true. We've had some technical issues. As you enter the lounge, are all my friends there? Surprise! Oh, wait, why is that Tammy? You do your very best to play along and act surprised. Woo, streamers, balloons, great! I'm tired as fuck. I just want to go back to bed. All of your friends are standing around wearing goofy hats and clapping. Nomi is holding a bunch of balloons larger than they are, and Rex is wearing a cute little waiter's outfit with a bow tie. You accept their hugs and birthday wishes, trying to hide your exhaustion and demurring with a few pointed, all this for me? You shouldn't have. No, really? Meh. Rex wanders around with a tray full of little snacks, offering them to everyone with a vampy accent and a silly air-headed giggle. The goofball act chips away at the natural awkwardness of a surprise party. That is, the first 5 minutes after everyone shouts surprise, and soon everyone is laughing and enjoying themselves. The Pope died. The Pope did die. And now we have a new Pope. I feel like that was really fast compared to other times that the Pope has died. I feel like that was a really. I mean, the Pope was sick, though, so maybe they were just kind of like thinking of it already, like ahead of time. Yep, we got a Chicago Bears Pope, apparently. And that one, somebody said he was from Chicago. McChrist. Oh my god. The McDonald's Happy Meal. You get a little Pope standee. Despite your exhaustion, you start to smile too. Your friends are so amazing, and they're all here because they care about you. That rhymed. Then you get some unexpected guests. The lounge begins to fill with Helio kids, mostly ones you don't know. The ones who usually keep to themselves and, well, don't much like you or original stratospheric kids. Vase and Nem are with them, his arm draped over her shoulders. Nem gives you a little wave of acknowledgement for your birthday, which earns a weird look from Vase. Hey, who invited you guys? Cal says, stepping forward with his hands clenched. This is a private party. But wait, we like Nem. A holy meal. It's a public lounge, Vase replies. We can sit wherever we want. Cal stomps right into the midst of the Helios. You guys think that just because you fell out of the sky, you're the wormhole's gift of Vertumna, he spits out. We don't need you. We never needed you. All you do is make things worse, like this party. You've rarely seen Cal so ready for a fight. He doesn't seem to care that the body language of the Helio kids has changed from cocky to dangerous. You're just a bunch of fascists, Cal continues. You and Lum. The lounge erupts, chairs screeching across the floor as the Helios jump to their feet, yelling at Cal, calling the colony illegal and Cal a fugitive. They jostle him around, but Cal plants his feet and stands his ground. You hear a bottle crack breaking and see someone advancing on Cal, and he's not backing down. Fight, 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 fight. I don't want Cal to get hurt, though, so stop it! Your voice is drowned out by their argument. Then someone throws a punch, and it's all chaos from there. Despite Cal's bravado and brawny physique, he's no fighter. One of the Helio kids socks him in the stomach, and he goes down like a felled gnarl tree. Rex throws himself between Cal and his assailants, catching a few kicks on Cal's behalf before the Helios gets tired and leave, with a few parting shots at Cal's alleged romantic interactions with the float cows. Vase doesn't get involved, but he doesn't stop them either. He's the last to leave the lounge, staring hard at Rex before smirking and turning away. Rex helps Cal to his feet. First time, huh? He says, dusting off Cal's clothes. Don't worry, they probably got it out of their system. Good on you for sticking up for yourself. Nem lingers at a distance, clearly angry at Cal, but feeling bad about the fight. Well, Mars exclaims, clapping her hands. That was enough excitement, I think. Let's move on to the important part. Cake and presents. Under Mars' skillful party hosting hand, the mood shifts back to festive. You enjoy your presents and your cake, but tensions boiling over like that is a bad omen for the rest of the year. Anybody want to talk after that? You notice Diz is never involved in any of this stuff. Oh, speaking of, he wants to speak. You catch Diz on a ridge overlooking the wilderness, bobbing his head along to something playing through his hearspeak. He doesn't notice you walk up. He jumps when you tap him on the shoulder and scrambles to turn off his hollow palm. Don't sneak up on me like that, he grumbles, then flops backwards on the grass to look up at you. Man, I was just getting to the good part of the song. What are you listening to? Diz looks away. Just some old music from Earth. You probably wouldn't like it. It's pretty underground. You probably never heard of it before. Try me. We get actual music? Hold on, I'm gonna turn this up so you guys can hear. Copyright. It sounds cool. It might be.
See the light.
I need to know who sings this.
The child you were will not return. The child you were will not return. You fall, but it's
Alright, alright. I do have to end this, so I will have to turn that down a little bit. Just so that I can not get copyright strike while we finish reading this. You sit down beside Diz and extend your hand to link your hollow palms. Diz stares at you for a few seconds before pressing his palms to yours, and music floods your brain through your ear speak. Diz takes his hand back and weaves his fingers together timid. I listen to a lot of earth music, he says. Do you like it? I don't know this band, but I love it. Diz cracks a small smile, relieved. Good, he says. It's my favorite right now. I always listen to the same album on repeat. It's comfort music. I really like her voice. He stares into his lap. Sometimes I feel like the lyrics are about me, he admits. They're just so deep. Like, my soul really gets this kind of music. But don't tell anyone, okay? Makes me feel better thinking that someone knows my pain. Even if it's just a dead earth woman. Sounds deep, man. Diz nods and closes his eyes. Yeah, he replies. I have a lot of time to think. Not like everyone else here. Oh. You lie back in the grass and listen to Diz's music for a while. Oh! No, I'm sorry. We're spoken for. Introduce him to some new music. You bring up your hollow palm and cue up something different. When it starts playing, Diz frowns. I don't like listening to new things, he says. I just want to listen to my own music. There's no option to just be like, yeah, that's fine. It's good to broaden your horizons. A strange, secretive look passes over Diz's face. My horizons are pretty broad already, he mutters, his face turning a little red. I literally have to call him boring or flirt with him? I don't really want to be an asshole to him, but I'm also, like, with somebody. Don't hate me, Diz. I'm sorry. That's boring. Ah! I knew it! I knew it was going to be an asshole thing to say! Diz shrugs and cuts the connection between your hollow palms. I told you, I don't care. He lies back in the grass with his own music playing and ignores you until you give up and leave. Damn it! I literally had the option to either flirt with him, which to me is not okay because I'm with Cal, or to be like, fuck you, kid, screw your music, I'm leaving. Terrible. Hate that. Hate that a lot. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go relax in the garden. Your mother's white astrantia flowers are flourishing in the garden, and everywhere else too. They've really taken something in the soil here. You even see them outside the walls. Something must be carrying their seeds out towards the wilderness. Let's get rid of the 2. Maybe if we start getting rid of our 1s and 2s, we'll have just higher cards that come up. I want to continue, but I can't. I have to do stuff. Anybody want to talk before we leave? Before I have to end No, everybody's just chill. Okay, everybody's just chill. Oh yeah, I have the spa. I can actually just pay money in or pay my kudos and get rid of cards. I should probably do that. But dang, for now, I have to go.